Hello there, Internet. It's me, Chloroken, also known as Hui 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 or RSS Scanner Probe, or even Jack the Needle. I have many names, go by many personas. All you need to know is that I am here and I'm ready to play EVE Online. And when I say play EVE Online, I mean fly around and move stuff from station to station. So thank you all for coming. Hello. First chat of the day is Bang Biscuit. How you doing, mister? I got some fat contracts yesterday from that one-click guy. He targets 3-digit gas, right? Got some competition there. By the way, today I'm going to be doing industry for at least an hour, and then after that, maybe I'll do some PvP. If I got nothing to do. But part of the industry involves kind of analyzing some new stuff I've been thinking about with the business. So we'll talk about that shortly. Parody is here. What's up, gangster? What's up, Peter? What's up, Howard? How y'all doing? Enjoy the lurk. Howard, UK, long time listener. T Kooks is here. How you doing, mister? Mr. Fish slipping in as well. I got the whole hairline out today, folks. Yikes. Man bun Monday. Now when I say I'm molding, people will understand. Parody snacking on Japanese fried chicken flavor crisps. It's a lot of adjectives. I just took the world's biggest rip off of the vape, so I'm like actually dying right now. I do have some good news though. Check this out. These are coffee beans. Listen, you hear that? Probably not. These are coffee beans. It's a medium roast. Okay. I don't know anything about brands or names, but it's a medium roast with notes of milk chocolate, nuts, and brownie, right? So I got this, and I got home, and I'm like, holy shit. How am I going to consume this? I don't have a coffee grinder. So I got a mug and a shot glass, and I just fucking slammed the beans until they were coarse powder and put it in there and brewed it up with the French press. And it was seriously the best cup of coffee I've ever had in my life. It was amazing. I didn't know coffee could taste like that. I had it black and it had better taste than like a lot of flavored coffees I've had. And then so I made another cup this morning, but I used my cannabis grinder to grind it. And that did not work very well. Also, probably a few extra cannabinoids in the coffee today. But I digress. Maybe we didn't metabolize them. Who knows? Life's good. I have my entomology mug here. I may not be a scientist, but I sure as fuck love science. Parody showing off these chipperinos. I mean, that bag is fancy as shit. Yo, I gotta get cookies just to look at chips. You see this? I need cookies for chips. This is crazy, dude. The internet is unusable. Yo, I got a third browser. I'm rocking LibreWolf for anything that matters. I'm rocking Ungoogle Chromium for you guys. You guys matter too, but I just like to isolate it. And now I got Florp. Why do I have Florp? Because I want to avoid using profiles on Ungoogle Chromium, and I want to be able to log into another YouTube account and watch videos with you guys occasionally. I don't want to do that from my main account, so. It's not the internet. That's false. It's capitalism. It's always capitalism. What's up, Shed? Sir Gustus, Haas, Rage Kitty, Tom, hello. How y'all doing? Pookie is here. How you doing? Pookie's rocking pumpkin banana bread. Can't say I want it, but I'm sure I would try it. I'm sure I'd like it. Pookie says being a fat kid right now. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. I'll do the truffle shuffle later. Make you feel better. Pretty sure most of us are fat on the internet. At least emotionally. The least fun candy. Peter Howard. Tom, Kitty, Haas, Sir Augustus, Ched. How y'all doing? Good to see y'all. Hoffman was talking about an awesome handheld coffee grinder some time ago. Wanted one just because it looks awesome. Yeah, so funny enough, excuse me. Oh, I have to sign back in. I guess we're not going to do that. I'm subscribed to 2 channels right now. The Fallow channel, the restaurant channel I like watching, and then James Hoffman. So on my YouTube account for this stream, I'm subbed to 2 channels only. Postfish says Lynx, the browser. Isn't Lynx the CLI browser, or am I bugging? Let me see. Hold on. I might be getting it backwards. Yeah, okay. I use a CLI browser, or TUI browser, whatever you want to call it. I use one of those on that computer. But it turns out just running Firefox ESR with images disabled and JavaScript turned off, I can browse the modern web on that with 1 gigahertz processor and 2 gigs of RAM. It's shocking. I've even watched YouTube videos on that. Just think about that. I'm not saying it was pleasant. I'm telling you that pixels were loaded and sound was played. That's all I'm telling you. Anyway, if you guys don't know, this is my ThinkPad. This is a T42 ThinkPad. This shit is older than some of you. It has Debian 12 on it. It has no desktop. I just use i3 on it. It's super fun. It's like an old school hipster computer. I love it. I started watching Nomad's Tale again, says Glitched. Well, that's cool. Perfect timing. If you go through it slowly, maybe 16 will come out when you're done. Gotta love some Ant. I probably won't watch a Nomad Tale again for a while. Like after, probably like a couple months in the next year, I'll probably watch it again on a stream. I think what I'll do from now on for a Nomad Tale is I'll play a marathon all day, like 24-hour stream for like charity in the future, rather than space it out and react to it. I think I'll just take like a 30-hour block and play a Nomad Tale, and just like I'll donate some money to charity, and if people want to match me, they can, that kind of stuff. It seems like a better use of it. I'll leave I've reacted to it too many times. I'm tired of it. I'll leave it to other people to react to. If you guys stream, feel free to react to Ant. I don't care. Go nuts. You don't need my permission. Pookie says it's delicious. Yeah, I guess I'm not a fan of banana bread, and like I only recently got into the flavor of pumpkin, so I'm just imagining I wouldn't like it. But I'm a titty baby. I don't like anything apparently. It's so funny. I go out into the world and it's like I feel like wide-eyed, and I'll try anything and I'll like anything, but I come to the stream and I sound like a picky little bitch. It's funny. Rage Kitty says, I lost my event Jackdaw today, so I got myself a little upgrade to finish it. They're expensive right now, aren't they, them Jackdaws? They were 70 mil a couple months ago, 2 months ago, 1 month ago even. Now they're like, what, 120? Shit's outrageous. Sir Augustus says, tried to like Nixt. Haven't heard of this. Is it a browser? The Hackers browser. It's funny. I go to their website. Check this out. This is really funny. Guys. Watch your screen if you can. So I go to the Nixt browser. It says Nixt browser, the Hackers browser. You click it, not HTTPS. Their cert is invalid. They need to resub to it or whatever it's called. Renew it. How funny is that? The Hackers browser. Yeah, just put me in there, bro. Get me in. Hella safe, G. How funny is that? Tom says 9 days. Yeah, I don't know how that works, but it sounds bad. How have they not automated the certs? I'm guessing they just don't care anymore. Must not be very good hackers. Shout out to anybody on YouTube listening. Titan's over there. He said, hey buddy, how you doing? OM Dubs is here. Hey buddy, how's life? What's going on? It's rainy as hell here, bro. There's no sun. I got all the lamps on in this bitch. I got the hairline out. Got the man bun equipped. It's been raining for like 12 hours, man. I don't know whose weather this is, but they need to get the hell out of here. Diggy0, welcome to the stream. How are you? What's going on? What's your story? You ever play this game called EVE Online? Patty says, tried to get a table at Fallow for Sunday. You're kidding? That's so cool. What the hell? Yeah, the YouTube channel's awesome. They do a great job. Myth is here. What's up, buddy? Haas blowing channel points. Got water in this one. Coffee in the other one. T42 was a great model when it came out. Yeah, they just did the T43 after that, and then Lenovo bought them. And I always like to say Lenovo did a good job with the ThinkPads still, but IBM's were like crazy. I saw someone fail to watch YouTube on the integrated Nintendo 3DS browser. Well, you could argue what I did was fail to watch YouTube. I loaded YouTube and had a slideshow, if that counts, with some sound. I'll see if I can do it again and describe what it looks like, even show you later. I want to get some type of device that can record the screens of my other computers. I don't know what that would be. I guess you would have like it output to HDMI and then record that. So like a capture card, basically, right? Glitch, there's going to be some cool new ships coming out. I don't know if you've seen the Odysseus. I'm sure you have. Drone Bay, blowing even more points. NeoVima as a browser. How you doing, Sir Gustus? Oh, were you? Okay, so maybe it's not them. Good morning, Drone Bay. How are you? I like how this is capitalized, camel case, but this is lowercase. Fascinating. Maybe that's a Chatterino issue. Rage Kitty blowing channel points. $30 grinder, bro. You think I can afford a $30 grinder? Oh, come on. All right, that actually looks cool as shit. I want it badly. I need that. I need the one with the ridiculous handle. Yup. Yup. Oh, they all have it. Okay. They just have the handle hidden back there. The power level is hidden behind the look at these gears in there. Look at the machining. Oh god. No, actually, my girlfriend already ordered, I think, some electric grinder. She just said she was going to do it. I didn't object. So if that doesn't happen, then I'll buy a hand one. I think the coffee tastes better if you grind it by hand. I think that's how it goes. Thanks for help with the Pioneer Gas math. I mean, I don't know how much help I was. Was it my thesis? Like, please don't come to me for math because I'm dumb as shit. But no doubt. I like you reaching out. It makes me feel good. Hopefully you got whatever you needed. The residue math is like the similar levels of mind fuckery. I'm gonna be honest with you, Drone Bay. Like, I'm really bad at algebra in general. And when I say bad, like it just frustrates me and I want to quit. That's what I mean by bad. So anyway, it's nice to see other smart people out there like hating this shit. Anyway, I hope the video worked out. Lenovo soldered the RAM in the newer model is awful. Yeah, that's how you spell it, I think. Oh, maybe they like tacked it in. I guess it's the same shit. Yeah, I don't know how upgradable modern ThinkPads are, but I know like some of the ThinkPads that came out after Lenovo bought it were still pretty modular, I believe. But yeah, this thing was cool as shit. I can't get over how cool that laptop was to refurb. I kind of like found it in a pile of stuff. I ended up breaking the keyboard while I was disassembling it and I had to buy a new one. It has an IDE hard drive slot, so I had to get an old, like this bootleg IDE enclosure, and I put an NVMe stick in the IDE enclosure and then plug that in the laptop. So it's like 3 layers of conversions or something. It's so weird. You refurbed it. It was in great shape already. CMOS battery is still good. Even the old battery had like 30 minutes of charge left. It was crazy. But there were a few cosmetic damages, and I don't think I had an OS on it or anything. Oh, also when I found it, it was locked to the dock. The key would not unlock. It wouldn't release the dock. I had to break the little dock apart to get it out. That was why I never bothered refurbing it. It's actually sitting on the dock right now. You can't really see it though. But I love that computer so much. I upgraded the RAM. You put another stick in there. It goes up to 2. You put another kernel on there, the PAE kernel. Terravan helped me figure that out. And then we're able to increase the swap space to get even more, like, you know, usability out of it. What else did I do to that thing? A couple other things here and there. But it was just so fun to do, and putting an old school style of Linux on it with Debian, with i3, tiling window manager. It's so awesome. It's just, it's like the hipster jackpot. It's kind of how I view that. Thank you, Parody. I was just joking about the affording shit. Aberray, welcome to the stream. How are you? What's going on? Nice to meet you. Digi0 says you got me back into it after 5 years with the Nomad Tales. Great playlist. Hell yeah. Well, thank you. Well, thank you for sharing that you came back to the game in part because of the series. I'm working on another episode very slowly, if that helps motivate you to stay going. Who knows where you'll be by the time I release it. I do a bunch of things now. I you know, obviously work on videos. I release a video every now and then, work on a Nomad Tale, but I stream a lot. Streaming has been really fun. Streaming is a lot more fun than making videos, but making videos is like way better, like satisfaction. You know, the stuff we do here is amazing, but it's like, you know, it's pretty casual. Whereas Ant, like I get to like kind of pour the soul into that bitch. It's kind of hard to do that in real time and not just be a weirdo. But no doubt, Diggy, good to see you. What I do on stream sometimes, I play those characters that you see in the series, but usually just for stuff like gas collection. Today I'm going to play those characters and move some assets around, so could be fun. Mr. Sherlock is here. What's up? Routsman says I'm a bit worried about this shit. It might be too good for use in blops. And you think people will put the Odysseus through the bridges and conduits? Could be. Hey, Routsman. Yeah, I don't know if it'll be too good. I mean, what beats like a ball of Redeemers, you know? I think it'll be cool to see that pop through a bridge. But then again, who knows? My opinions are always weird. Could be fun. Michelin Star Grinder. SBT, what's going on? Swedish Bikini Team. Good to see you too, mister. I am out here enjoying hand-cracked beans with my French press. A lot of you guys might be coming to the stream for the first time. There's a bit of context here you're missing. Usually on stream for like the past year, I'll have like a mason jar full of like half creamer, half coffee with ice in it. And it's like white as milk, and they just clown me. So I'm like slowly turning into like this coffee hipster just for the memes. Snaptastic says hand grinding isn't bad depending on how much coffee you drink. Yeah, I'm getting the coffee count down too. I used to drink like 2 or 3 of those fucking mason jars full of coffee a day. And now I'm like a couple cups and I'm Gucci. Myth says my boss decided to give me the task to book a December night out. Debating pool hall or something like axe throwing. Is it like you got mostly dudes there with you? Axe throwing is good for both the, you know, more feminine people and more masculine people. Pool hall is cool too. I mean, I don't know. That's a tough one. I don't know if you, because me, I'm just like, you know, just fucking go out and get wasted with the coworkers or something, you know? But I just don't know what type of environment it is. I think pool hall is easier. Axe throwing is almost like, I bet you some people would be like, why are we doing this? But I bet you other people will be like, fuck yeah, we're doing this. Pool hall is safer. Axe throwing is a little bit cooler. I don't know. Worst advice ever. Rage Kitty said, I'm a bit late, but if you really want to grind out the event track for the crate at the end of that sells close to 5 billion, a passive tanked autocannon Mecha Ball seems like the way to go. The crate sells for 5 billion at the end of the track. Is that real? What the fuck? Yo, guys, go do that. Go get that cash. Diggy says in uni now, every time I roll home, I'm hoping to run into you. Well, I hope you don't see me, but you certainly can. Hey, I'll tell you what, if you see a bunch of prospects and their name Shep, S-H-E-P, that means you found me. I hope to see you out there too. Hopefully I'm not attacking you or vice versa though, but you never know. I'll take a loss to Diggy Zero, that'd be cool. What if he got in a Nomad Tail 16 because he killed me? That would be crazy. It's a fun game. It's a dangerous, dangerous, fun game. Allows for refitting carries a lot of capstick. Yup. Yup. Because they fit in the 60k. A ball of Deemer with links beats ball without links. So you're saying sending links through? I mean, you could link with strats, right? But you're right. I'm not trying to say it's not going to go through. I just don't know if it'll change anything. It might, and if it does, that'd be cool. Fuck it. That'd be cool. Idea. Alright, that's a bad idea. I was gonna say, what if every time someone goes through a Sino, they get a debuff that makes them hit less hard, and it stacks. Bowling is usually good go-to, but I'll throw out laser tag or something along the way. Yeah, laser tag is sweet. Some people might not be able to go laser tag. Keep that in mind. Like, it's too active. Small chance of getting Moloch BP. Oh, interesting. If you see a bunch of prospects named after Hogwarts houses, you should probably leave those guys alone. Oh, people with epilepsy. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, epilepsy, I imagine, complicates a lot of the entertainment factors in life. About 12 of us, a nice even number. Yeah, I bet they'd get excited about laser tag. Thoughts on the mining changes coming up yet, or not get a chance to test them on the server yet? Yeah, so I was online, excuse me, when the patch kind of was released, and we've been working through it on stream, yeah. Really, I have obviously no thoughts on the critical hit mechanics or the mining mechanics at all, because I don't really know how those work. But we did go through the gas. And obviously, you know, there's some exciting things here. Like if people want to solo scoop with an Odysseus, they can. That's kind of cool. And the Outrider is a really powerful upgrade for me and everybody else that does the gas stuff. But the problem we kind of ran into was we did the math, and apparently all of the new scooping ships harvest the exact same amount, which just really just bugs me. So I hope they change this before they release it. Like we've done the math because, like, yeah, I don't have to go into it again because I hate math. But Drone Bay, if you want to link your video, if you've released it, that might help some people. You can link it in my chat. But yeah, long story short, it's a little disappointing for the gas scoopers. There's 0 progression there still. Top Knot Chloro, yeah, I got the man bun Monday out. I got the hairline going. I'm hoping to mold a little bit later. When I have the hat on, it's kind of hard to mold because nobody can see that I'm balding. But yeah, we've tested, or we've done the math on it all, and the Outrider is amazing. It's a direct upgrade for everybody's setup that spins. And for those that perch, I mean, there's a chance they'll use the Odysseus. I sure as hell wouldn't. I would keep using the Gnosis. I would even use a Porpoise over the Odysseus for that. But the Odysseus is cool. You can do a lot of things with it. I think we're going to see a lot of them killed with weird loot inside of it. And it's going to be a bit of a pinata ship. But there's no denying that it can do more content than any other ship I've ever seen. More than strat cruisers. So. Naibo, good to see you, buddy. Rage Kitty says the mining changes seem good. The crit mechanic over a mining session will just be a bit more yield, but the shorter cycles make it nice, so easier to compress on hulks. Okay. Good analysis. Web Hostage. Hey, buddy. How you doing? Seems weird that they gave us the destroyer more mining turret effectiveness, but not on the gas. Yeah, it's extra weird, Pookie. I don't know if you were here watching me cry about this, but what's funny is like the whole point of this is that it's supposed to be a cheaper way to get the same amount of gas as a prospect, but they don't factor in that you need 3 scoops here versus 2 here. And we all know the highest price thing on these is the Syndicate scoop. So this ends up costing more, being slower, easier to kill for the same amount. Very poorly thought out, but I'm assuming that either I misunderstand what they want and it's not poorly and that's what they actually want, or they just haven't thought about gas scoopers in this one. I'm interested to see if the D-scan boost ended up mattering in the game at all. It certainly seems interesting for hunting in theory. So I'm just going to ask, are you aware of the current extension in nullsec for the D-scans? Have you seen that at all? Because it does exist. This is like obviously the effect where they can extend the D-scan range within their area. No, it's actually, I think it's an effect that the blocks can do with the sovereignty stuff. That's about as far as my knowledge goes. But they can basically increase their D-scan range. There might even be a storm too on top of this. Don't quote me on that. But I know there's at least something in nullsec that allows you to D-scan further. It adds another notch to the UI. And I just found it annoying and didn't really help with anything. But I think it'll slightly matter for people that are just using it to boost anyway. Like if you're using it to boost your scanning anyway, you'll just have a better D-scan. That'll be nice. But I don't think the D-scan range is actually going to matter, sadly. I guess I wish it would, and that's why I'm trying to sensationalize it. I don't think it'll matter. It'll change like just the distances you feel safe at, basically. Nobody's going to like get caught at 15 AU now because of this, I think. Like, we're usually much further if we can help it. But I don't know. I do know that the scan strength change is massive. Boost is massive. I'm not going to necessarily use it, but like if you're a godly player and you're already scanning in a Virtue maxed out everything scanner, like it's actually trivial to dual box and to boost yourself every couple minutes. Just saying. It's like safely. Even as you map, there is downtime as you map scanning at maximum speed. That you could weave some boosts in there. So technically it would speed up the process. It'd be extremely high APM though. Routsman, yeah, definitely a lot of pinatas. I mean, the Orca is elusive right now because nobody wants to lose it, but the Odysseus will be brave. It'll die hacking, it'll die scooping. Yeah, there's always that side of it, Routsman, right? Like the whole you need skills now to compete. Cycle Repeating, what's up, buddy? Hey, man, hope you're doing well. A mining question I could use help with. Mining, yeah? I might be able to help. I can't say I really do much mining, though. But the phenomena that can be anchored most... Got it, yeah. You're talking about for nullsec? If it's 20 plus, that would be pretty high. Dr. Express says, yo, Mr. Handsome Streamer, how are you doing? I'm doing well. What's up with you, cute chatter? You doing all right? Dr. Express, haven't seen you in a minute. I hope you're doing well. Jumpy says, I apparently misread how the new version of survey scanners work, but everything else I feel reasonably confident about. I avoided going into too much detail. Yeah, this is the video I was talking about, guys. If you want to watch, if you want to like look into the new scoop math and stuff like that, he made a video on it and he mentioned in my DMs. So I condone this link here. Check it out. I'm not touching math though. I'm done with that. I'll wait to the patch. Oh, it's 20.1 AU? That's pretty nuts. You know, my arbitrary true strange boundary is 20 AU. That's funny. That's actually really funny. Isn't that really fucking hilarious? That my boundary somehow was the exact range that it ended up being boosted to. That's either like luck, wisdom, or just coincidence, or maybe all three. Repeating says, I'm looking at an ore strip miner and ore deep core strip miner, but the deep core also work on everything else. I'm going to be out mining a bunch of different things with a fleet. I have no idea. I have no idea how the deep core stuff works, dude. Somebody let him know. And anybody really good with this wants to let him know? Determinator 404. By the way, thank you for the clarification and welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. Evuni's Wormhole Corp does ghost sites having 4 players. That's crazy. It's cool though. That's how they were like originally designed. That's what they had in mind, but now like you can just take all the boxes yourself if you're a greedy little pig boy like me. Just pretty pretty have being an apprentice and stuff since September. Yeah, no doubt. Well, you're always welcome here if you get a minute. And of course, good luck with the apprenticeship. What industry was it again? Apprenticeship. That's not super common these days, is it? New Jerky says bonjour, brothers and sisters. Everything hallelujah way. How are you, Jerky? Maybe you can fly a ship out to Curse this weekend and come drop with us, Jerky. What do you think? Oh, Deep Core is for Mercoxa. Ah, I see. I'm sorry, Cycle. I don't know anything about mining. The last time I like took mining seriously, well, we did a couple like mining fleets, but I was just like in ventures, was like 2008. I did the split with a buddy. And we both hit 2. That's awesome. You know, I did that ghost site in that black hole, and I overshot one of the cans by so much. You know how like sometimes, you know, if you're careless in certain situations, you might go a little past whatever you're targeting and break it. Dude, I overshot that bitch by like fucking 15 km. Still took the other 3 cans though. So you're supposed to use two strip miners with ore and crystals for optimized yield with no waste. Yeah, so deep cores basically allow you to do regular mining, but they have worse yields and trade off for Mercoxic. Is that how it is? What's up, Frolomir? Sudo apt install Pokemon MMO installer. I played, what is it, Pokemon Revolution? No, what was it called? I played something with a friend for a little bit. That was hilarious. He just like ran off and just played without me though. I was like, fuck, dude. Like, I'm trying to beat fucking, what's the fucking pupa? What's the Pokemon that's just a pupa? God, it's in the forest at the start of the first game. Metapod. When are you planning on to undock? On the weekend? Whenever anybody's on, basically. We're not going to really worry about times in that corp. I'm probably going to talk to them about setting up some farm holes too this weekend. Because even though it's just like we've just set up to drop, we're actually going to, I'm going to make a real corp. I'm just going to be pretty hands off. I'm just going to enable them to win. Sebi says, nice hair, bro. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I don't usually whip the hairline out too much. I don't want to scare the children, but I got tired of wearing hats. I actually don't like wearing hats all the time, but I ran out of hair ties. So it's either that or rocking the bowl cut. Dr. Express says, I'm going to be an application software developer in Austria. It's actually one of the teaching branches we kind of have. It's always kind of common here, at least. Gotcha. That's awesome. A bunch of Austrian chatters, actually, believe it or not. Es tut mir leid. I thought about selling them, but still got some variations in Zarzak from the ancient Gruber fit. Yeah, no doubt. I'll just bug me at any time in a DM or whatever, because we're after this weekend we're going to invite people that just want to take our bridges for free kills. We already got a couple of people that can hunt, and I think they're pretty committed, so I'm excited. I made by the way, for those that don't know, I made a corporation called Chloro Kitties, and we just drop people with like panthers and shit. I never thought about the panther being a cat. Ooh, do I force panthers on everybody? Oh, dude, that's too clean. We drop panthers and bridge caracals with a titan. It's just cats all the way down. What other ships are cats? Wait, how many cat ships are there? Caracal? Panther. Cheetah? Dude, I was hunting with a cheetah and I dropped the panther unwittingly in the Chloro Kitty Corp. Oh my god. What the fuck? Ich bin Katze. Caterpie. Close. That's got to be the butterfly. We started C# procedural programming last week. Hey, I know something about C# procedural programming and object-oriented. Hey, bro. I know something about that. I can make a class. I can do a little inheritance, a little polymorphism. I can do it. However, not very well. But I've made enough games in Unity to say that, yeah, I think I understand C#. But that's probably a sign of I don't understand it, to be fair, if Dunning-Kruger is any indication of how our brains function. Rage says I started to shave it down. The hair, yeah, no doubt. I still like my hair. It's just, you know, it's still soft and luscious. It's just the hairline. It'll probably get shaved off at some point. But for now, I'm still rocking it, you know. I get by with self-deprecation and like confidence, but you know, that's not easy to do for everyone. Wir schon gut werden ist ganz einfach. I don't know how to say this. Ich hab mir das als Aline beigebracht. I don't know how to say it.
Connecting.
I don't know how to say these words. Scavenger Drone, welcome back. WebHost says the big problem is that we should refactor old procedural written code. Just run it through an LLM, baby. Call it a day. Rubber stamp that shit and send it in prod. Fuck management. Fuck agile. Fuck sprints. I don't want to hear it. Just straight through ChatGPT to prod. And if anybody has a problem, connect them to ChatGPT for customer service. It's fucking flawless. All right. Your job is meaningless. We're all just gonna. I'm just kidding. I'm a big AI hater, folks. Object oriented makes things easier. Patrick says, new plan. What's up, G? How you doing, PK? C#, someone mentioned my language. Uh-oh. I like C# because you don't have to do the busy work of C and C++ or whatever, I guess, but you also just have extremely legible, strongly typed blocks of logic. That's just nice for my brain. Jerry is here. What's up, dude? Hope you're having a good week, mister. I was telling them before I made a YouTube channel just so I could watch stuff and subscribe to stuff specifically for the stream. One of the two channels I'm following is the Fallow Boys. Shout out to your countrymen. Vibe coding. What's up, Ali Smudge? Object-oriented short form for how to make things slow by overbloating. Yeah, see, I wouldn't have the slightest clue. Fit Mike earlier and Hikyaku Ninja doing streaks. I don't know what the hell that is, but I love him. I'll get shunned by saying that Python is still my favorite, so I'm learning Python on my ThinkPad. I think I've learned it now, but, you know, Python's not that difficult. It's pretty cool. DUX, what's going on? I'm doing quite well, thank you for asking. How are you? I haven't even tabbed into Eve yet. Holy shit. I've been talking now for 45 minutes, and I have not even tabbed in, baby. It's Twitch stalker warning? I love that. You guys can stalk a little bit. That's okay. Demon Chicken's here. What's up? Python is nice, but all the yeah, see, I didn't even really know about all that. I actually learned about that like after I started to kind of like learn the basics of the language, which is funny to think about. How you doing, Mr. Demon Chicken? Hikaku, good to see you. Jerry says I'm having a good week. Thanks. The PvP has been insane this week, for real. Post your best kill in chat. We'll take a look. Demon Chicken, you get any rain out there, buddy? Been raining here for like fucking 12 hours. And I love it. I love the rain. It's just bad for streaming because the internet can get laggy and there's no sunlight, you know what I mean? It's raining here a bunch, yeah. About that. It's almost like you live the next state over. Anybody here know what New Jersey is? Anybody ever hear of New Jersey? Raise your hand. Anybody ever hear of New Jersey before? Web Hosta says Liquid Smoke. Liquid went into Waydama with a bowhead the other day and it didn't end well. Yikes. That doesn't seem smart. Was it loaded with ships? Like, what are we talking here? New Jersey, land of the pork roll. Taylor ham? Any Europeans out there have a preference between pork roll or Taylor ham? Sure. 3 more days of work, then a week off again? Hell yeah, SBT. I'm rooting for you, buddy. Channel good thoughts. I'll be here tomorrow as well for some entertainment. One sec, Jar. Let me get to Ami. European here, no clue what kind of food you're talking about. Pork roll. What is pork roll? It's kind of like a ham, maybe. It's like a sliced ham that we kind of eat more like bacon. You ever hear of Canadian bacon? It's similar in style to that, I guess. But here in the Pennsylvania / New Jersey region, there's a brand called Taylor. Some people call it Taylor ham. Other people call it pork roll. It's the same shit. It's kind of a fun little microcosmic cultural reference. Is New Jersey Scrapple area too? I don't know where the lines are, man. I don't. I usually try to bullshit my way through this. I'm just gonna save myself the pain. Almost stocked up. Now we're going through faction warfare, Losac near Amamake, and really what's funny about this, I always try to point this out to new bros, like, how are we able to fly a deep space transport around here without a scout? Is because everybody's busy. And if anybody sets up a camp, everybody's gonna come fuck them up. It's like I got allies here and they don't even know me. The faction warfare bros that live here are like they're like my own personal thugs that keep it clear. Docking request accepted. And in return, I just sell them shit, I guess, and stay out of their hair. I mean, I would even give them more too, but they just do it for fun. Like, the locals just do what they do. I don't have to, like, incentivize them, you know? Anywho. Glad life is good. Let's check out Jerry's kill real quick. Ooh-wee. Is this a 500 MNer? Oh, yeah, you already know this is the Pando fit. His name's Fudju der Fassengusch shoots. I can't fucking say it. Oh, wow. Wait, what? So how does this work? You just zerged him down? You stood on top of him and zerged him down before he could spool up? Is that what it was? Oh, he decloaked too close. So he decloaked and tried to burn off and overheated, but like it takes him like a minute to reach max speed. So you literally just killed him while he spooled up before he could pull range. I guess with the web too. He's not even going to get anywhere. He's going to only get barely above your max speed, probably. And after like a minute, yeah. And even then, like, you'd probably still be able to do something. That's crazy. Guys, if you don't know what this is a 500 MN Proteus fit. I believe Pando, the streamer from Init, I believe he, like, popularized this. The way this works is it has, like, no guns, but it has an oversized micro. And it has a subsystem that, like, basically doubles the micro when you overheat it. So you overheat it cold and you're doing, like, 10K. It takes a long time to spool up, though. And the way you kill people is you use the long range point on it at like fucking 50 km because it also gets a point range with overpowered drones to just bully people down as they chase you. Bum, bum, bum. What's up, Gravy? How you doing? Hope everybody is well. Hope everybody's well. Anybody listening on YouTube, shout out to you as well. I know Titan's over there chilling. Nice kill, brother. What is this one? Oh, this is the... Wait, I know who that is. Wait, I know who that is. I'm very concerned now. Okay. This is somebody who used to sell me gas. What's up, Sarah? How you doing? Yeah, so somebody linked me a bowhead kill in Waydama, and I believe I know who this is. I don't even want to show it. Bummer. Yeah, don't do that. Yikes. Oh, okay, yeah, I do know him. Okay. All right, well, you win some, you lose some. You know what I mean? Just happened to lose that one pretty badly. Yikerinos. Wait, this is the wrong place. All right, no worries. I've taken big L's too. Making a new bowhead, yeah. Yeah, we can't be sending that through Waydama, mate. Anyway, I guess that's known at this point. I wish luck to anybody that would decide to gate camp. I'm like, yeah, I've only seen one guy try to do it. He tried to set up ultra locking on the gate during like US time zone where there's not many people here. And he used to do it for a little bit. I think he's moved to the north now, though. I haven't seen him out here in months. He gets no kills. It's really difficult to camp in the east. There's too many people that just want to drop on you and fuck you up with like just two other guys. There's just so many people around. It's nuts. Anyway. Hi. Yeah, I live in porchetta in Europe. Is that what it's called? Okay. Oh, speaking of porchetta, it reminds me of pancetta, which is what I used in the food I made the other day. Yo, I went out, check this out. I went out and bought like, I can't remember the shape. It's like longer spirals of pasta. And I like copied that fallow video I found, where you just like make the bechamel and then you like grate 3 types of cheese in there and stir it together, and then you like parboil the macaroni, and then you put that in the oven together, and then you finish it with like fried croutons, like in a lot of oil with like salt, pepper, and seasoning on it, and then he put chicken skins in the bread. I don't even know how to get that. I don't know how to just get chicken skins. I don't even understand how a person's supposed to do that. So I bought pancetta, and I shredded that and put it in there instead. And then I garnished the mac and cheese by putting all the fried oily croutons on top with the pancetta shredded on, and it just let it brown in the oven. Unbelievable. Completely unhealthy, but so good. Anyway, I want more, but there's still a little bit left. I doubt it'll be there though later. Raid a chicken coop. Yeah, I guess you could just go procure it yourself if you really wanted to. Oh, you're a chef, Albright? That's so cool. Sarah, over on YouTube, how you doing? Yeah, I love that restaurant. I love that YouTube channel because like again, it's all about what the topic is. It's nice. It's just straight to business, and it's well edited and stylized. You can tell they've figured out their domain, both of the lads. But yeah, I basically copied that, and like I've made baked mac and cheese before, but never anything like that gourmet. It was insane. Absolutely insane. So good. Let me run back to Amar real quick. Mestakari, what's up? Over on YouTube, he says, have you gotten this rich? What does this rich mean? You saw the items in my hangar there? Is that what we're talking about? Well, my net worth is like 300 billion right now, if I just want to cut right to the chase. But it's largely because I've been producing a lot of ships and subsystems and shit and selling them on the market vigorously. And I've been roping in other people from my community to sell me gas. I pay them really well for it. and we all kind of break bread together. That's part of how it works. Maybe a butcher or something might be able to get a byproduct from something. I bet you. Yeah, I bet you. I just can't imagine buying chicken skins. Like, let me just get the skin of the chicken. It's like, dude, you need to go to jail for that question. So yeah, I'd say anytime you see a content creator, Mestakari, anytime you see a content creator, their wealth is completely made up. It's not real. It's not like, honestly, and this extends just further to say that anytime you see anybody's wealth, it's just made up and it's not real in EVE, because, you know, there's really kind of no way to verify where it came from, the efficiency in which they made it, how much sanctioned RMT they participated in. I can tell you as a streamer and content creator, it's like infinite CCP sanctioned RMT, if you want to look at it that way. It's just they encourage and allow it. Why? Because we're basically marketing the game. And when I say RMT, I'm talking about they pay for accounts, they give you bonuses, they help you become more popular, all that shit. I'm not talking, they don't actually fork you money. And you're not allowed to like break the rules, but ketchup with grilled cheese, weird or not? Yeah. I mean, you got the salty, you got the fatty, you get the acid from the ketchup. I mean, I don't think it's a terrible. I'm not a huge like raw ketchup fella, but yeah, it's not terrible. People eat tomato soup with grilled cheese, same reason. Web Pasta says I'm at 250 bill. Hell yeah. Yeah, I mean, really, the best thing you could possibly do with EVE wealth is to just, like, every time you feel that urge to compare, just treat it like Monopoly, you know? You don't really care that that person has, like, did they really, does it matter if they earned it? It doesn't matter. It's all made up. It's all silly. Just try to get enough and try to be happy with what you do in the game and you'll be good. A lot of people will stack, see number go up in EVE just to see it go up for progression. That's cool. Some people want to have the number go up so they can dominate something or other. Some people want to go up so they can do something or other, you know? For me, it's kind of threefold. I'm making video content, I'm making stream content, and I'm also setting myself up for future projects. So I have a lot of motivation to do this, but none of it actually involves spending it on like cool ships so I can go like do this thing. It's all just like setting up, you know, cool stories I want to tell or cool mechanics I want to explore. In a small way, you could just cut through it all and say, like, when you create content, you're in a seat of, you know, privilege in a sense. What you can say you earned it. It's not privilege. That's fine. But I didn't earn anything. I just played the game. They just started throwing shit at me when I applied. Doing 300 below net worth by just huffing gas would be a lot of huffing. Yeah, well, especially over the short time I've been playing at this point. I mean, I've given away a shitload of wealth, though. After one of my episodes, I made like 50 bill. I pretty much gave that all away on stream in a couple months. I have 150 bill and do not know what to do to invest. Yeah, I don't really think about it in terms of investment. You gotta understand, like, only what you want, but I don't really care about the profits. It's just not interesting in this game. I'm not really interested in speculative investments. I'm not interested in gambling. I'm just interested in the mechanics and the systems and the people. And in many ways, I guess that would be awfully boring for a lot of people's playstyles, but I managed to scratch the PvP itch by ambush hunting and by running an NPSI, doing some blops on the weekend now. It's good for me. I've kind of built the ideal EVE scenario. Treat it like Monopoly. Oh yeah, there you go. You must have beat me to that. You trying to tell me that wealth accumulation is not a direct measure of my personal value? Yeah, I'm just reinforcing what you already know. But it's such an innocent question here, and this person, like, you know, they know how much money it like they can make an hour. They have a general understanding of the game, right? They're not a dummy. They're trying to understand how numbers reach those points. You know, how does Laura have a 1 trillion or whatever, right? It's there's like, and you'll learn, I hope, at some point that this conversation extends to real life in many ways. But there's a lot more that in real life to consider. With that said, like, I don't even have, like, at no point do I think about spending this ISK in this business. I don't even have that much ISK. It's all like tied up in the assets. Like, I just basically just keep it flowing, keep very little cash flow. I keep just enough to pay the people that want to participate. Yeah, no doubt. Mestakara, you gotta remember too, it's been a long time since I've last put a video on a Nomad Tale. Guys, thanks for being here. It's been an hour. I'm gonna play some commercials on Twitch and dock up for a second, but I'll undock in about 3 minutes or so. Won't leave you behind.
Connecting.
They're gonna double and triple my ISK. Ah. Need to buy a girlfriend the Grand Exchange. Get my ISK doubled. Get my armor trimmed. Double charged your parking. Yikes. That's a good scam right there. Maybe I did park in 2 cars. Like, I don't know. You know what I could do? Maybe make some more coffee while we take a little breather, yeah? I don't hate the sound of that. Just gotta put some water on. Don't even have to do much. Yeah, it was actually ridiculous, guys. I can't even fuck with you. Like, the macaroni was like browned on top and like it formed that nice crust, and like the croutons were like crispy and like salty, and the pancetta was just like fucking perfectly thin. Oh. I just want to make love to the mac and cheese. Oh yeah, I used ciabatta bread to make the croutons too, so the bread was even more oily than you would expect and had like that kind of, I don't know, Mediterranean taste to it. I don't know what the fuck that is. Olive oil. Boiling some water right now. There's very little water in the kettle, so it's gonna boil like instantly. Like, it's like already happening. I'm getting good at this. I'm getting real good at this. I'm becoming a bit of a tea enthusiast, except no tea, it's all coffee. See, I feel like I'm gonna like get into coffee, and then people are gonna be like, ugh, this guy doesn't even espresso. And I'm gonna like buy a $5 million espresso machine. You guys are gonna be like, ugh, this guy doesn't even drink tea. And it's just gonna go full fucking circle. I feel like I can't get out of this quicksand. It's okay. Maybe I'll just stop here. This is a good place to stop. This delicious coffee. Glad nobody's commented on the board sticking out of my chair. You cannot taste enough different types of it? Interesting. Doesn't even roast the beans himself? What does that stop, actually, though? What does the bean conversation stop? Like, you can't harvest them yourself. You can't grow your own coffee beans in the Northern Hemisphere, right? Like, that doesn't exist. Or the upper half of the Northern Hemisphere. Non-equatorially. You can't grow your own beans, right? Anybody growing their own coffee beans here? You guys eating your own beans and pooping them out? That's crazy. Hello, I'm back. So the reason I'm here is because I want to grab these and bring them back as well. I like my candy corn. Oh, I also want to contract these Sons of Beaches over to this bro, man. Don't even have to contract him because Dude Man is here. You know what? Fuck it. Long hair. Don't care. Alright, so here's a question for you. What is the average velocity of an unladen swallow? Alright, here we go. What is the cost of an NVIM in Amar? 420k. This man's is selling them dirt cheap. 78 of them. Yeah, I think I'll buy that. This guy doesn't even raise his own civettes to poop out his coffee. Yeah, I was going for that. But I wasn't cultured enough to remember what it was. I'm happy at least my chat has that built-in bougie culture. It just knows all the coffee pooping techniques. Dude, I love it. It's so funny how much my stream has changed since I first started streaming. When I first started streaming, number one, I had no camera. Number two, like, I would pretty much narrate what I was doing in the game, and now it's turned into like coffee stream. Totally bizarre. Coffee poopers, there you go. I like how Jerky is already predicting the downfall of the Chloro Kitties because Grouper Trooper lasted like 1 week. Nah, I just didn't think it right. Nobody did anything wrong. I haven't seen Fubs though. I think I scared him off. Poor guy. Anyway, NVIMs, I said 420, they're 427, not bad prediction-wise. These things, I'm not really sure what to say. I'm thinking about actually making a video on how to dread rat to reduce the price of these fucking things. And you like, think I'm joking, but like I always stray away from the idea of being able to affect the market as a video maker. But the truth is, I bet you I could make a video specifically dedicated to showing how easy it is to dread rat safely and potentially get these lowered over a month. Because I guarantee you there'd be a bunch of people trying to do it and getting a good amount and then potentially dying and still selling the NVIMs. It would make a difference. Nah, no way. I can dream. Duex says just go for what you like and don't give a fuck. Yeah, actually, don't worry. I'm leaning into the peer pressure, but I'm actually not feeling pressured at all. Don't worry. If you drink your whiskey with pickle juice, people do that. Yeah, I've been to bars, people order that and shit. Just, if you're gonna use a dip cup, just have one that has a, you know, solid color. I don't want to see it. Snaptastic followed me. Oh shit. Yeah, so these things are dummy high. If you guys don't know what a neurovisual input matrix is, congratulations, no worries. Mechanically, we don't care. Economically, we do. These come from battleships inside of wormholes. So low class drops virtually none of them. High class drops all of them. Who runs high class? Roaches, rats, laserhawks, hard knocks, wolves, and plenty others. TWK says, how many skill points has your main character? You know, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know. But probably like 60, 70 mil. Most of my characters have been completely extracted beyond what their current capacity is. So like all of my characters are very, very, very specialized. I have like 20 characters. And I just choose to do it this way. So none of them have really high SP at all. My main does have a little bit, but he doesn't really have cap skills anymore. So his is pretty low as well. Why do I do this? It's very inefficient to like skill farm most of your characters like that. If you want to call it that, it's not really farming. It's like skill skimming. And it's not very good, but I just like collecting injectors and I like keeping my characters specialized. So I personally value the ability to like inject into anything I want when I want versus just being able to do anything just in case. What's up, Tank? How you doing? How you doing? The lines before home roasting, I bet. My internet keeps bugging while I'm spinning a vast. You should hopefully be okay, even if you DC. That's scary. But TWNK, I don't know how to say your name, but Yeah. My main was made in like 2009. I don't even remember. 10? I don't remember. But it only has like 50 million skill points sometimes. Now it probably has a bit more. So what's fascinating about that is like, how do you have so few? Well, I didn't play the whole time. And number two, I extract relentlessly. Anyway, how y'all doing? Thanks for coming by today and tolerating the hairline. Just kidding. 20 bill liquid disc. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about, chat. Tank says he's doing decent at Eve because he has 20 billion ISK. Tank, you're doing decent at Eve because you're having fun and making friends. That 20 billion ISK, that's just a means to an end, brother. Nor says doesn't bother me, I'm bald. I'm just playing, man. Self-deprecation is a way to handle insecurity. And of course, I miss my old beautiful hairline. But my hair still rules. It's just where it stops and starts sucks. So I kind of make jokes about it and chill. But there's people with much worse male pattern baldness. Bald is beautiful. Oh. So here's the problem. Not hair related. I believe I have some stuff to move from here to Yitta. But I don't want to do it because I'm a lazy fuck. So what I could do is have a bit of fun and just engage the Amar markets with some non-traditional products and just goof off with that. And I think that's what I'll do. So what I mean by that is on this guy, we're going to sell some of these non-traditional ships that I have laying around. Lying around? Laying around? Laying? Lying? Who? Whom? I don't know English. It's the only language I know, and I don't know it. I think I need to do Duolingo for English. Rage says, ISK is just needed for PvP. If I ever get my fingers on an AT ship, I will lose it sometime later. Really? I'm going to buy a Laylapse and then log out and never log in again. Big brain. Norse, how you doing, brother? Always trips me up with the Chaos Orb next to his name. I'm like, that's pretty. I'm about to play some Path. Yeah, so probably not gonna slam Envims, I would imagine. From this station because they're so fucking expensive. But I gotta keep it real. I'm thinking about what to do about Envims. Like, I guess I want to know how many Ratters sell them themselves or do them to buy orders. Anybody sell Envims? Do you list or do you fill? Tomorrow is big Path time. Hell yeah. Life After says, use a contract to move at 1-2 mil per jump. Be injured about it tomorrow. Yeah, I don't usually use pub contracts for cheap. When I use pub contracts, I usually pay them quite a lot per jump. But I will usually use like actual services for it. I quite like them. I like the role play of Push X and the Frogs. But Life After, you're not wrong. People take public contracts for dirt cheap. I've actually used public contracts a healthy amount to move stuff when I first started my business, and I would pay like 10, 15 mil, 20 mil per jump sometimes, and like the people would fight over them. It was funny, which is still way lower than the services. If you keep it in your hangar, you might as well not have it. Yeah, I'm just joking. Of course not. I would never buy a token like that and just sit on it for speculation. Go dread riding, it seems. Yeah, I mean, seriously, like, I can't imagine dread riding being better than it is now. It's like maybe there'd be too many people, but I don't know. I just think that neurovisual input matrices, they're year after year, like they're similarly priced. Why all of a sudden? I just don't understand what's going on. It's not even because I'm like stupid. It's because I just don't have the information. I think I am stupid, but that's not the reason for this. I just don't have the information for why. We know there's a few factors that correlate. Tactical destroyers getting buffs, right? Other ships being entered into the game. Sites that are almost designed for the tac destroyers, but like none of that. It obviously there's speculation too. Whenever you see people, whenever you see an opportunity, people try to compound it, but none of that. It just explains the length and severity of this price spike. I guess some more context for new players. This item we're discussing, neurovisual input matrix, it's like the most expensive part of all the Tech 3 products. It's very bottlenecked. It's very hard to get a hold of, and those that farm with the dreads and marauders that manage to pick them up, they know what they're sitting on. They're not dummies. So it's an interesting thing. Now, it sounds like I'm complaining hard style, but I'm not necessarily. I mean, the market forces can just compensate for these things. If I'm a part of the supply chain for Tech 3 and one of our products, or one of our materials for our products goes up in price a lot, I mean, we obviously just charge more for the shit. Simple. But I can tell you right now that that's not really how Eve works. Eve has all types of emotional resilience for products. As I'll show you in a second when it loads. Parody says we all disappoint our leadership one way or another. Not in ChloroKitties. ChloroKitties, I will G-kick anybody instantly for any reason. Just for fun, maybe. Who knows? Maybe I just feel like violence. I hope everybody's well. It's a bit of a dreary day here, but I almost didn't feel like streaming because my throat was giving me a problem. But seems good now. Blitz is here. So yeah, just as like a tiny example of what I'm getting at, like these things, these confessors, these tac destroyers, these were 70, 80 million before, right? These were like 220, 230. This price has not changed. This one has almost doubled. Likewise, some of these subsystems do actually go for a lot more than they ever have. However, the bottom tier still don't go for anything. What I'm trying to get at is like, what it's forcing me to do is to actually build specific products now. I can't just build all the products like I was doing before. Before neurovisuals were cheap, I was building everything just to supply the markets and have fun. But now I'm losing gobs of ISK building some of the shittier products. So, anyway. Life after 200. How you doing, man? Good to see you. I got my French press. Oh, you missed it. I got beans. And it's delicious. And I'm very impressed. And I didn't expect to be impressed. Demon Chicken says, I wasn't banned for being a system out of jump range. That's true, my friend. So, story time. ChloroKitties assembled last weekend for the first time. And a couple people showed up at first. So we went out hunting. And my dear friend Retulard, aka Demon Chicken, he sees an Ishtar at a safe spot. Possibly finished the site. So he scans it down with probes, warps to it, lights a Sino, and tells us to conduit. Unfortunately, the solar system that he caught the Ishtar in, it must have moved about half a light year away in the time he lit the Sino, right? There must have been some black hole nearby, and it must have just shot right out of that jump range, which is some bullshit because, clearly he knew where he was and knew the ranges. So we're gonna have to probably put a bug reporter in that for that one, because we can't have solar systems just sliding at a jump range and making Rhett look bad as if he's not watching where the fuck he's going or anything like that. So anyway, he lit the Sino. The Ishtar started owning him. Nobody came through the Sino because it's too far, and he manages to warp off in low armor on his Proteus. How's that story? Life After wants to know the beans. It's a medium roast with notes of milk chocolate, nuts, and brown. I have no idea, but they're delicious. That's what it says. I don't know if you can read it. They're very delicious. I don't even have a grinder. I had to break them up with a shot glass and a cup. Blitz, how you doing? Just a pimp, my favorite tool, SMT, made by an in the same quarter as me, made for blob shopping and hunting, yeah. I would just say anything that tracks your current location, Evi, SMT, anything like that is very crucial for blops, especially as you knock the rust off. So what we'll probably be discussing this weekend, Parody, is how to use tools like that to make it redundant. So appreciate you, King. Our plan is to use what experience we've built up over the years blopsing, which may not be much, to kind of form principles and just get it done, and then fold other people into the mix and kind of have them just learn. So I have no idea about the acidity, by the way, Life. I don't know how to tell that. This was at the store. It was a nice store I went to, but quite frankly, I have no idea how to check. I'm assuming they're bad, but they taste delicious. Probably the same guy that made all my holes EOL. It's not Friday. True. We're doing an old school Dotlan way. Yeah, I use Dotlan too. And you can, but if you make a mistake like that, we're going to probably, force you to do it in some way that makes you unable to make that mistake is our point. So we're going to yell at Demon Chicken, that's all. Do they have a roasted on date? Let's see. I have no idea. It doesn't look like it. Maybe it's on the plastic. It has like tastes best by dates, but not roasted on dates. So it's probably roasted 4 years ago. Raptor says, surely you had an herb grinder. Funny you say that. This morning I used a cannabis grinder to break some beans up, and it was a fucking mess. Don't recommend that. Raptor, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Bunch of new chatters, first time chatters here. Hi. What brings you guys here? What makes you come by the old Chlorocast? It seems like I'm somehow getting more popular lately. I think it's because of Loru. What do you think? Decided to start EVE Online this week, says Snapped. Well, welcome. You just checking out streamers and seeing what's out there? Low acid is better, says Life. Life is just slowly coaxing me into some good shit. Now, this coffee is excellent, actually. I gotta keep it honest. It's also easier to strain it when it's chunkier like that. Let's just do this for now. Just send it to the corp, and we'll go over to the other guy over here, and click here, and here, and here, and here. That way it shows up down here. All right. So who is this? Uh-oh. Is that Bang Biscuit with the gas? Jumping Jack Flash. It's a gas. Is this an Amar? God damn. How about that? Good thing I saw that, man. That's some good timing. How much is this though? Not gonna lie, finding through Laurel. Wait, why would you lie about that? Laura is a friend of the show. When I first started doing stuff, he was inviting me to do all types of stuff, and we talked about stuff. Yeah, let me just put it this way. He's an ideal peer in this content creation thing for me. He kind of likes what I do and is really nice to me. Offers me opportunities, some I take, some I don't. People really enjoyed your Nomad series. Yeah, no doubt. Well, make no mistake. I've been streaming for a hot minute. It's just the following's been, small. So it's just, kind of a bit of a burst of new chatters is something I like to think about. But who knows? Good to see y'all, though. French press, top knot. My God, it's 2012 again. Well, I have a ThinkPad. Does that help? With Debian on it. Hey, Koname. Oh, see. Any more? I mean, I have coffee beans now that I'm crushing. Oh, there's still. Does the beard count? Yeah, I think it does. Did young Clara have a beard? Young Clara sometimes would rock a mustache. I remember one time I came on a stream with a mustache and Flack was here. He's like, yo, what are you doing?
Autopilot.
And then he won the AT again.
Waypoint reached.
Old North says just trained a couple prospects. Oh, what's up, Kirby? Thank you for that. My Mr. Eve Linux instructor. Yeah, you know what? That's got to go to Terabin. Although, he's more general Linux too. I think I'm going to make a new video about Eve Linux soon. The curly mustache? No, I just basically took all this down real low and left all this up here. I haven't taken a razor to my face since I was like 18. I'm in my mid 30s now. Chinch Ex Machina says, don't forget the guitar and antique lamp or fallen hipster. That's true, yeah. I don't know how I got this way, but I love it. I feel more comfortable now in stream than ever, so maybe it's working. Thanks for being good sports, everyone. Kirby, appreciate you. I am on, for those that don't know, CachyOS, which is, I always do this, which is, Arch, but like for idiots like me. This is Arch for idiots. I think people enjoy storytelling in Eve. For me, it was Wingspan and Silly Adventures. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, and WTT Chance, he had a real talent for that stuff. He really did. With the Mango Sentinel. I'm eating one of these right now. Don't tell Bezos. Actually, half of one. Curly Mustache is only drinking IPAs. Yeah, I can't do an IPA. I don't really like beer that much. I'll take a local Yingling when I go out to drink. Doesn't taste great, but at least I can get it down. Blue Grays here. What's up, buddy? Kind of feel like buns. Happy Halloween. Hell yeah. I've been eating mad candy. Is Curse Legion Brick Tank a good dual box? Saber Loki is like top dog dual boxing. Curse Legion is amazing, but it's more specialized. You can kill Marauders with that. Webhouse says I've never used Linux for desktop, but I'm thinking about it. Yeah, cool. If ever it gets interesting, go for it. Why do you guys not use Ubuntu? There's a bunch of reasons that we don't use Ubuntu on this server, most of us. The best way I could say it, the nicest way, most politically correct way I could say it, is like they make some of their own choices with that distro that nobody else made. So it's a little bit on its own. For the desktop user, I'll leave it at that. So on Fedora, but swapped back to some stuff I wasn't really good at figuring out. Yeah, I pretty much spent most of my time on Fedora with X11 when I switched over. Rich, could you say that I think the first Eve storytelling that really caught me got me following all over was the Rooks and Kings. Yeah, Rooks and Kings is in my opinion #1 in terms of Eve videos, which I haven't even seen at all. I've been on Fedora since Fedora Core 3. That's awesome. IPA2 better for me. Yingling mentioned. Well, Yingling is actually like local to me. So, the fuck do you know about Yingling? You're a dingling. Koname is going to be the first person at my meetup. He's going to be the last person to leave. Guaranteed. He's mad at me for saying that, but it's so true. He wants to clown me in person. I know it. And it might happen one day. Who knows? I'm a real person. I love IPAs, but I'm a very casual drinker. I like the bitterness. There you go. I'm a Flycatcher Loki right now. Yeah, Loki Bubbler is impossible to beat. Like, that's just really strong. You get, like, full control of a Stargate. How dare you? I mean, come on, I'm not wrong. If I do a New York meetup, you're going to show up and you're also going to just roast me the whole time. And I'm there for it. Dude, don't get me started. You can't clip chimp me in real life. I'll roast and toast you. I have a knack for being able to roast people without bigotry. I'm pretty fucking good at it. I just never break it out on a stream. Y'all see me break it out one time. Anybody remember when I broke out the roast? Was anybody here for that? Incubus. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, Yingling is made super close to where I'm at, kind of deal in PA. Well, originally, it's made everywhere now. So you'd get it uber cheap at bars, kegs of it and shit. I just found Empires of Eve by Andrew Agron. Is it the proper Eve canon? Not Gick over on YouTube. What's up, bud? 07 at you. Having a wonderful stream already for what it's worth. I hope everybody's enjoying themselves. I think I might want to make a YouTube video for Eve guys and gals. About personally, I just have a couple more things to talk about with like the Linux stuff, but one thing I can tell you is that like what I want to do with Linux and Eve personally, like what I would like to see happen, I guess, is like kind of take a life of its own. So I don't really have any interest in spearheading stuff for payoff, I guess. I just really want to see fewer people have a frustrating experience on their computers. So again, if you're not having one now, like there's no point in changing. I talk about this all the time, like how do you convince a Windows user to switch? Like you don't. What are you talking about? Why would I do that? That's annoying. But there's a lot of people that like think they can't or something, or like they don't think they're smart enough. Those are the people I want to talk to. Not people that don't want to. So like that, the goal and why I'm kind of pondering this is that like, well, how do you reach these people without being a proselytizing, preachy little moron, like, and just like no one really wants to listen to, like the guy at the side of the road with the religious sign. Like, how do you not be that person? Well, you find interesting things that happen to you that you weren't expecting, or like interesting things that you do in your gameplay or something that's related to these choices. You don't make something up and tell people to believe in you. You just show them what you're doing. It's kind of where I want to go with like the Linux theme. I also don't monetize any Linux videos because it just seems against the ethos. But I think I want to do one of those probably soonish because like a lot of people are joining our Linux Discord and it's actually fucking ridiculous and they need to be, you know, encouraged. Show them Windows 11 as an argument. I mean, some people are cool with 11, mate. Andrew Groen bills himself as an Eve historian. It goes through all the major conflicts right from the beginning. I love that. How long is the series or the book? Machina says I like Eve for fun uses and how casual it becomes a house for me to try getting all working right. Yeah. And actually, you know, if it's funny enough, and we're not going to actually do it now because, again, I like solicited advice, not unsolicited advice, and I'm sure you do as well. But that's exactly the type of person I'm trying to reach. So I know hearing me say that is like, eh, shut up, that's patronizing. But like, that's kind of what I'm getting at is like, you know, it might be the case that with just a tiniest bit of hand-holding, you'll have less maintenance to do on your system. And it might be easier. But I mean, that might not be true, but if I could show you it was true, that might be interesting to you. That's all. It's dab time. There you go. I've been taking some Smackingtons off the Benjamin, and I ate half a Medable over there. I don't encourage drug use. I just don't frown upon it as long as you do it in a way that doesn't impact the rest of your life and develop addiction. De Kirby says, I'm a total beginner when it comes to Linux. Watch a ton of YouTube videos, but the main issue for me would be to have Eve running. Have you, by any chance, come by my Linux Discord? We have a wiki fully dedicated to getting Eve running on Linux. It's actually sick. If you haven't seen it, check it out. If not, if you've already seen it, don't worry about that. Any Windows user could walk into KDE. The problem too is largely like that we think that way. Snap. And like you're spitting facts. But there's like emotional barriers, there's pathological barriers that have nothing to do with skill that need to be talked about as well. And almost emphasized, because you're right, the skill is almost not a problem. But like there's a lot of psychology behind like why people use the things they do. And I fall prey to it all the time. And you know how stubborn I am? It's ridiculous on technology. But really, it comes down to like, what do you want? Like, if you're happy, like you just hear what I'm saying, and you're like, yeah, no worries, that's not really for me, kind of deal. It's no big deal. It's still interesting because I'm enthusiastic, but deep down, a lot of people do like having, you know, like knowing what's going on behind the scenes of your computer. It's a nice thing to have. It just seems like voodoo. That's all. Is there a way to stop the camera from jumping something? Yeah, so you probably have, if you see my mouse down here, let me get it bigger. This little button here, if you right click on this, you turn off auto tracking. It's probably on auto tracking. If this circle right here, the middle icon, if that's ever a circle, a square like this, it means you're auto tracking. My keybind is shift space. I don't know what your keybind is. Thanks, Tom. You're welcome. Whatever that keybind is, definitely learn it so you can toggle it off in times of need. Is it Shift C? Thank you. My default keybind memory is just Gonzo. Crazy Cheese might sound boring to all you vets, but I just recognized since yesterday I've finally fly together to fly the Loki. Damn. Loki's a sick ship. Jerky, the Loki is a sick ship. Why? Why is it so sick? Why do people like the Loki so much? Is it because it has a cool name or it looks cool? You see my Discord DMs by any chance? Of course. Of course I've seen them. Hold on. Yeah, duh. I have them tattooed on me. Hold on. Shh. 1 sec. Just trying to micro cloak trick my way around with $4 bill worth of gas in the cargo. On a stream with no censoring. Oh, you're talking about for roles for the corpo.
Connecting.
Yeah, I was looking at this. I did read that. I never responded. Ah, I see why you're DMing me. Like, you're not going to be able to use that corp wallet. Like, what would that be for? Like, I guess I have to ask questions about that, and probably not on stream. Yeah, I have no idea what these roles are for. Yeah, I guess you want to do industry out of it? Yeah, no doubt. I will take a look at that for sure. But we're going to have to come up with a structure for the corp long before we start handing out roles, is my point. Right now, there's no titles, there's no structure, there's nothing, just some dudes hanging out. So stand by. We'll get to all that. This weekend when we meet, we'll iron all that out if that's possible. And it's very possible you could get all those roles, no problem. I just have to figure out what the hell's going on. Good shit, good shit. Sorry. The reason I'm reacting like that is because I'm reading it going like, I have no idea why he wants that. In Rust we trust. So it has some very flexible abilities. That's, you know, a bit vague. Let's make it less vague. So why is the Loki so good? Well, it's my opinion the Loki is so good because the struggle of any ship that uses, first of all, heavy assault missiles are a great weapon system. Warp disruptors project out to about the same range. So heavy assault missiles and warp disruptor is a good combo. The problem with any warp disruptor based strategy is keeping an enemy from getting too close to you. Right? The Loki obviously has the ridiculous ability to web out to that same range. So the Loki, its weapon system, its disruption, and its E-War all reach out to the same range. Hey, what's up, One Click? I see you. It's amazing controller grid, exactly. The Loki manages to somehow be able to avoid almost all bait in the game, which means you can decloak on people with confidence. Because if they have a scrambler, guess what? You're out of range and they can't catch you. If they're small enough to catch you, you blow them up. If they're big enough to tank you, you outrun them. The Loki virtually has no natural predators. The closest thing I could describe would be things with long scrams like Proteuses, Arazu. But even there, it's like you get counterplay. You're actually really far away on some of these Lokis with heavies and stuff. So there's not a whole lot that you can do to the Loki, unless it makes a mistake. Loki is just amazing, amazing ship. As far as solo ship goes, it is up there. It should be on everybody's top 3. Ghostmeister, One Click, one of my contractors. Thank you for all the gas. I guess I just flew it all in now, huh? How about that? Let me actually go back there real fast, and we'll log that gas down. You inspired me to cook another pot? Hell yeah. Echo says, how did you get this to run on Linux? So I have a Discord where there's about 500 of us that play EVE on Linux. If you want to come by and check it out. We have a wiki we wrote. I've made 2 videos about it. Whatever I can do to catch you up, I'm happy to show you. Here, my Linux Discord is here. Taravin and a little bit of my own effort created a wiki from scratch on how to install Linux and get EVE running on it, multi-boxing, switching clients. I'm on Linux right now with instant client switching, right? Now I don't have previews, obviously, because I don't care about them. But people have even done that solution. I can run 6, 7, 8 clients on max graphics because I use a script I built to minimize the clients when they're not in focus, right? So they don't render. Yes, of course. I apologize, YouTubers. Please join my Linux Discord. I linked it in a YouTube chat. You're so welcome, Kirsten. Hope you're having a good week. The old 5 o'clock, wait, the old 6 o'clock coffee. More's on the way. Just need to find some more sites. Yeah, no doubt. It's a nice injection of cash, and the truth is, you know, gas is like a crazy way to capitalize on multitasking ability. Same thing with Istar spinning, but way better. So like to get more money for the gas is like awesome. Years ago I was doing wormholes and they dropped support for Linux. Yeah, I think they officially dropped support in 2009. Person's feeling down. Hate that for you, man. Get well soon. All right, so let's see what we got here, folks. Damn, this is hella flush right here from One Click. Those are some fat numbers. Gonna have to make me do some reactions here, my friend. All right, let me go over to the Sotio. Let's just start taking a look at what we have industry-wise, and I'm gonna probably go through my checklist and just do a bunch of industry chores and hang out with you nerds. Just enjoy life. Maybe I'll have this Bear Bell's salty peanut protein bar. Yeah, fucks right there. Alright, let's see what we got cooking. I'm pretty sure all the ships are done. All the reactions are done. Shit, I just left the Tatara without taking the goddamn reactions, man. How bad am I? I'm just going back and forth between the Sotio and the Tatara with no load. Such a waste of fuel. Yeah. The Carbonara is done. Everything's good. So this should pretty much queue up my next stage of building things, but I gotta go get the reactions that I just left at the Tatara that I've been at 5 times already, so. Doing a big mad right now. I also kind of want to take a quick look, skis. Do I have any more gas sitting around here? There's gas in Rennes? What the f... What the f... Who the fuck sold me gas in Rennes? Who was that? You guys are out of your mind. What are we doing in Eve, by the way? Anybody finishing up the events? I kind of never check in with you guys about your event progress because the event, I always never do it. But I actually am a little curious. Somebody said the end crate is worth 5 billion. Are you guys actually getting that, or you finished it? Are you selling it or getting it? Buff Ashimu is a Loki plus Legion, yeah. Without the covert, but yeah. I like the new Ashimu and core. I think it's cool as shit. Let's go grab that shit from Rennes, yeah? And then we'll finally start the indie. It's down to 3? Oh, okay. What's up, Kilowatts? Definitely not worth 5 bill. Alright, well, you know how people lie about numbers. People are inflating the price of the crate because there's a chance at a, what is that, Titan BC? So it's just people scratching them off like scratch offs and shit. That's funny. I hope it's 5 bill. Damn. They're saying it's like 2-3 bill. Echoes of the Colonel, by the way. Nice name. Faction Facts or Faction Titan. Faction Titan. Those are words I like to hear if we're talking bank accounts. Yeah, I gotta generate some ISK here, I think. I'm running low on ISK after some NVIM purchases, so I'm gonna probably make some marketplace today and tomorrow. It's actually shocking how hungry the market is for these ships. I'll take a couple bill. I'm space poor, not flush like Chlorokin. Yes, sir. I'm all flushed up. I haven't heard from anybody reputable what the expected value of the crate is. Yeah, I feel like they'd probably keep that data proprietary for now if they had it, yeah. Ain't no way it's $5 a scratch though, right? I just feel like somebody got one and then like somebody just bought a bunch and spiked the price, trying to do it again and failed. Like, what else could that be? Amara could use some confessors. I know. My spreadsheet is screaming at me about them. I don't know if you saw that earlier. Please, sir, we're hungry. I'm gonna drop some gas somewhere weird next time. So, you know what's funny about Amamake? It's actually like equidistant from Amar, Heck, and Dodixie. Bang Biscuit. There's a reason I don't buy from Jitta, but I buy from everywhere else. You ever think about that? I'm not sure if you ever looked at the routing, but it's equidistant. It's like 7-8 jumps to each of those hubs. Because as you build other stuff too, I want a Chloro brand Rifter. Shit, I really desperately need to do that. I really do. Oh, I need to do that bad.
Docking permission requested.
I need to get into Tech 2 stuff, not to like actually work the markets, but to build things for my chat. I'm not even kidding. That sounds fun. Never warped your Instadoc bookmarks, by the way. You want to give people a chance to kill you. It's only right. Oh, wow. I just brought the epoxy with me, dude. You gotta just spice it up a little bit. You just gotta spice it up. If you need BPCs, let me know. Nah, I don't. Sadly. I mean, it would be cool to get involved in the chain elsewhere, right? But the hard truth of the matter is, there's just no need. I just buy them and do them and it's fun. You can kind of one stack it all. Got off my ass and I'm adding 25 planets to my PI setup. All right, little passive incomes. How much you getting from that? Still gotta buy and use each of the event skin, yeah? What about a medium miasma skin? Little succubus? Oh, so Bang Biscuit's trying to just trip me up. Yeah, when I see Dr. Wu, I'm always looking at Amar. I just know it's there, you're right. He's never not done Amar because he day trips. So somewhere weird doesn't exist because I only buy in nice convenient locations. It's kind of funny how that works. But I know he's just trying to banter with me. I'm giving him a hard time. Life says I finished the event 100 mil booster accelerator and the Frigg BPC. So 100 mil plus the loot. If you can buy it for that, I'd do it. Yeah, I think people are just buying it for the chance, you know? The chance of it. I don't check my margins, I just make the thing and sell it. There's no way it's losing money. PI? Oh, you're just making random stuff, you're saying. There's no way you're losing money? How are you so confident about that? Making Tech 1 stuff? I feel like I would just assume I'm losing money making it. I must be missing something. I don't know what Konami is getting at. He knows arcane secrets that I don't understand. I could never understand. I'm trading MJD5 right now on this guy. Very important. Just scouting myself in case some random dude put a bunch of shit there. There's already a bunch of clutter there. Whenever you see a gate with that much trash on it, like understand the odds of you accidentally getting decloaked goes up a lot for each thing because of sphere math. So anytime you see a bunch of wrecks like that on a gate, on a smaller gate, even a bigger one, just like see this signpost and this. There's also a piece of trash here. I've been decloaked by shit like that before. It's just worth sending a scout if there's a bunch of trash out there. Just my take. You don't want to die to a random gnosis, do you? Alright, very good, very good. Now, let's see what we got here. Let's put this in here, and we'll take these and put them in the ta-ta-da. Why do I have my... Who keeps selling me this? Oh, wait, Koname, you're talking about making PI. Oh, okay, yeah, definitely. I thought you were talking about making Tech 1 products for some reason. My bad. You definitely don't lose money. No, every time you process it with PI, you're making money. And I don't even know how it works, but it's probably better and better the more you process it. Like for your time versus harvesting it raw, so it's probably important to do that, right? I don't really know how modern PI functions. So he says I make the thing and sell it. I thought he was talking about like Tech 1 Indie for some stupid reason. Me brain no worky good. Alright, we finally got all of our gas, right? Ain't no more gas around here, right? Somebody contracts me some gas right now, I'm gonna flip out. Alright, that's good. Alright, so we've picked up our deliveries. I want to do reactions next. Let's update this. Uno mas. Beautiful. Beautiful. Alright, so by my calculations, I have the materials now to make about 400 subsystems. And if you know anything about me, you know I love me some subsystems. I've sold 6,000 of them in the past X months. Roto Christian says, hi, Chlorican, how are you? Gas Huff and Reactions. Right now, I'm just doing Tech 3 Industry. I'm doing the logistics side of it currently, but I'm just about done with that. Now we're about to start building. Just going to update some of these totals, right? For example, did we finish the output analyzers? Ah, I see. I see. I was waiting on the output analyzers. Right. Let's see how fast we can make these. 350. Got it. Alright, so technically I gotta wait for this to happen before I could build all these, but the truth is I could probably make a bunch of these now with the output analyzers I got on me. I keep that thing on me, you know? Why do I have so much transgender acid? I have not that much carbonara, but I have a lot of transgender acid. This shit's crazy, dude. Also, way too many ribbons. Way too many ribbons. This is like a quinceañera right here. We don't need so many ribbons. We got to get rid of some of those. So what am I going to do? I'm going to go react even more. That's right. We're going to go add more to these piles because long hair don't care. I keep hearing you say transgender acid. I know that's not right. Yeah, it's a C3 FTM acid. So it's FTM. I think that stands for female to male. So I think that's a transgender acid. Anyway, I don't know. I call it the transgender acid. I also call the other one the carbonara. even though it's carbon 86. Don't worry about me. I'm good. Logging on my prospects right now so we could do a little bit of reactions. Yeah? PIP 1 to 2, money. P3 is money and size reduction. P4 is buy orders hauling and size reduction. P5 is no block size. Input required to make. God damn. That's a juicy little factoid. Betting successful. Got him. Got him. In case you're hearing me talk about transgender acids, I'm just making a silly little play on words here because the acid is called FTM acid. Don't worry about me. I'm good. And the carbon 86 is a carbonara. When you stare at this shit long enough, you have to come up with mnemonics to make it fun. That's all. All right, let's slam some of these reactions here. Yeah. So the industry tab is awesome because it just like bricks your computer while it loads. It's really funny. There we go. Good lad. Hey, they all did it. All right. So what do we need, folks? What do we need to make? Yeah, I'm going to have to make both types of carbonara and FTM. So let's do that. Yeah. I hope I have enough mega site for all this. All right, so we're making 1,500 runs of this, I guess. If I have enough minerales for it. Yeah. That's a lot. That's a lot of damage right there. That's a lot of damage. We just made how much of that? Sheesh on a leash. Boom. Wow, we didn't need to do that at all. Don't worry, I have plans for all this. All right, so these dudes are cooked. Now we're on to the next one, which is my carbonara. This is obviously extremely important. Let's begin. Another 1,500 runs, please. If you're watching this, you don't know what the hell's going on, don't worry. I'm doing something called reactions, and it's very complicated. You have to be very smart to understand it. Basically, we're taking a couple of things and we're kind of just doing some black magic in there. Oh, ran out of 32. That's actually cool. Yeah, my 32 was hella low. All right, that's good. Now I finally have a target to hit. All right. Now I'm going to start doing the bounty program to get extra for gas. I can't do it yet. You know what I'm desperately missing for my my business here? I'm missing freelance jobs. I need gas so I can track what people do so I can pay them more. Right now I'm afraid to pay more because like people can just go to the market and buy it. It's so annoying. What's up, Robot Fighters? Thank you. Oh, did it play ads in there while I was chit-chatting? Damn, the ads are almost done. I'm like not even here. Mentally. All right, so we're out of this. Perfect. Let's move on to the next one. Scandium. All right, so these dudes are all nice and cooked out. Beautiful. Now let's log on the other traders and see what they got cooking. How would a freelance help with that? Is a way to prove you harvest? Yeah, freelance means you actually got to go out and harvest it. Like it'll measure how much you harvest of the types. So I could just give you a contract through the freelance job board and like actually know what you got. Right now you can just buy it on the market. Are the freelance jobs still broken? I have no idea. I just know what I need, which is freelance gas and the ability to track what you mine. If that's not in the game, then I'm obviously screwed. It was the last expansion. They'd put it in Legion and like they didn't actually follow through. Bit of a sad day for me. All right, so those reactions are all done. What I should probably do at this point is enter them into the old spreadsheet. Yeah. So how much epoxy did we make? I need the calculator for this, so I'm not doing this math raw. 240K of that, nice. 12 billion worth. God damn, bro. How about the scandium? All right, this is where this guy steps in and starts making scandium. All right, so 16,000 times how many runs was that? I think I did 13, right? So that's 200,000 plus 8,000. All right, so this is the reactions we have cooking here. You can see that it absolutely ate up a ton of the gas we have. So I got to run back over to the gas place and check that. Oh, wait, this guy has jobs as well. Can I do it from this far away, though? I doubt it. What's his remote reaction skill at? Explain this to somebody that doesn't play Eve, what I'm doing right now. You know what I mean? Like, isn't that like pay to win? Yeah, oh yeah. That's why I stress the stories in Eve. All right, let's do one other type for funsies. Let's do fullerenes. Intercalated. Do 5 of these. And this should be 60,000. Beautiful. All right, punch that in our little spreadsheet here. And then finally run over to the Tatara and update our Tatara stack because we use a shitload of the gas that we've been buying. Hagel's here. What's up, buddy? You got that Sleipnir? It works for mine. Yeah, Bang Biscuit. They allow you to choose ores, but not gas. It's just, I don't know what to say. It's so disappointing. I'll be looking out for 32 over the weekend if that's what you're short on. We're about to find out. I use all the 32 for sure. I personally go and hunt down the stuff I need as well. When I run out, I'll look for the 32 is what, vast. Rigged and loving it? Hell yeah. So I bought some coffee beans. They're very good. You can tell I'm feeling extra hipster today with the man bun.
Autopilot disabled.
I am Gadbug with the Prime. Wow. Thank you. That's extremely nice of you. Hope you're having a good day, mister. Yeah, check this out. Watch this. Ready? So if we paste in the gas, watch. Boop. Minus 28 bill. You see these numbers get cooked? I used all of the 540 I had and all of the 540 one click sold me. Yeah. It was super funny. But we have a metric shitload of this, and really, what's the plan with that? Well, I have plans, don't worry. Nico always wonders why I don't buy his triple digit reactions, because I just have too much myself. So basically in 4 hours, this is going to be done, and that means we have enough materials to make 50 core systems, 13 defensive subsystems, 220 offensive, and 113 propulsion subsystems. We'll have the materials to make all that, and that's relevant because those are all the remaining blueprints that I have left in those categories. So we can make all of them over the next coming days. And then back to making ships. And my plan to use all of the reactions in the future is basically just have more production slots across characters, just spoiling it for you. Heroes on those big clouds, you have a big buffer of those? Yeah, no doubt. Also, that's like the only gas that some people hunt to. Wearing the Barista hat, nailed it. I am Gatbug says I'm on episode 7 of your Nomad series. I'm hooked? Hell yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, that series is like quite old now to think about. The game's even changed along the series. It's nuts. But I'm playing those guys right now. It's fun to kind of imagine. Maybe hashtag tiny spoiler. I've made some progress since episode 7, but I guess that's to be expected, right? Now, let's watch this. You're going to see this number drop down so much as well. It's at 155, 151. I figured it'd be more than that. Fascinating. Let's update this tab as well. Now the products tab desperately needs an update. I haven't updated this in a hot minute. We're missing immobility drivers, which means I'm going to have to actually select up until then, sadly. And then after that, apparently I don't have any of that subsystem, which is pretty bad. Oh, wow. Okay, hold on. It's bad. All right. I gotta make a few more subs to make this easier to paste. But I don't even think I have made subs lately, so this is probably accurate. Yeah. Let's take a look at my orders real fast on this dude. Just kind of see what's been selling of interest. 2038 was the last time I recorded it, right? Yeah, here we go. Damn, Hecates are selling out everywhere. Interesting. It sold out earlier in Amar as well. So we'll just update this as well. Kind of drag this down. This will kind of all tabulate back. 38.2. Let's add that. So this is 9.6 bill. This is about where we stand here, folks. How much for the Hecate in your shop? What's up, George? J-Bomb is here. Hey, buddy. How you doing? Hope you and your homie and are doing well. I am Gatbug. Says, I'm trying to get you into indie. I'm trying to get into indie. And getting alts online again. Learning reactions at the moment. So this is great. Really? Watching the indie stuff? Awesome. What's up, George? I'll sell you a Hecate right now, Sebi. What's up? Is the Hecate usable for the event sites? So I guess the Confessor being used for the sites is why the prices are so ridiculous. You're welcome, J-Bomb. I just like J-Bomb as a chatter. What can I say? People with pink and purple usernames kind of get a leg up in my channel. Jitacell is good enough. Being able to get Jitacell anywhere is amazing as a wormhole. Yeah. Jitacell is good enough. Yeah, but what I want to do ultimately is I want to be able to assign contracts to people for gas I need and pay them a lot more for it rather than just buying blanket amounts. What's up, Endless OG? How you doing over there? I mean, yeah, Jitta's cell is ridiculous if you think about what we pay for it. By the way, you know, this kind of gives up the game. If you're curious as to how much of this is accumulated wealth versus profited wealth, it's literally on your screen. I don't track profits, but I do track the revenue from the sales. You can just do the math. Whatever you think my margins are, subtract that from the valuation, and there you have the amount I've put in or I've gotten from being a content creator. Tons of Tech 3 destroyers running around HiSec right now. Funny enough, I think pink usernames are everywhere. I just like you guys a little more. Purple is my favorite color. Pink is like a hipster purple. Can't wait to see it across 1 trillion. Yeah, that's kind of one of the long-term Funzy progression-based goals. Quick maths. Broken, how's the daily volume of these items? So, you know, EVE Online is played by a lot of people. And I guess I never really engaged with the market before other than to purchase from it. And it is just shocking how much demand there is for stuff. And maybe you'll hear that and you'll be like, okay, is it overwhelming? No, but it's just like people buy stuff all the time for whatever prices. And there's people competing with you to get those prices. And like all this, like it's exactly what you think. But yeah, like there's demand for everything, dude. Like I've been doing this now. When did I start this on stream? Anybody have any idea? I don't know. Probably 3-4 months ago. I can't say. In that time, we've made about 100 billion revenue a month. And I just do this casually with everybody, you know? So just understand that people are just buying that just from me. Imagine all the other people taking it hella seriously. Crazy amount of demand for ships like that. I just don't know how they're all like I mean, you could also go look at Zkill and look at the losses for these categories too, and get a sense for how many need to be replaced. But it's shocking a little bit. I mean, how many items are sold per day? I mean, well, you're gonna have to go if you're just looking up that. You can just go look that up yourself. I thought you were looking for commentary. The volume is just available in game. Oh, I'm not gonna tell you the volume of a sale in a hub. Anywho, so what I think at this point I'd like to do, since I can't make all of the things that I'd like to make, I think we should see which ones we can. That would be quite useful for me. So instead of going through the menu, I guess I could go through the menu. What's up, Ivan? Welcome back. Floro, Tech 3s are a premium product. Well, you can't prove it's from me. Can't be that premium. You need a what are they called? For watches. The authenticity certificate or whatever. See if any, yeah, see how these are makeable right now? Let's just load this up and make what we can. I'm basically trying to burn through the rest of these blueprints, regardless of what subsystems they are. Just to get them out of the inventory. So I think we probably donezo now. Let's see. Yeah. So on all these, we're going to be bottlenecked by the same thing. Output analyzer. Ivan says, again, I'm late for the stream. Yeah, true. We tried to wait for you. Persistent tags, yeah, maker's marks they call them in other games. Super cool. We have them for Muniplasmids, right? Alright, so I'm not doing Ancient Invention. I'm not building any ships currently. Hybrid Tech is done. Logging is done. Deliveries, checkups, pickups, everything's done. I pretty much just have to do hub work here, which is the most tedious and annoying part of marketing. But I also get some interesting stuff here. I have a bunch of fessers already here. I think what I'll do is we'll send this dude man out again. Let me just take a quick look here. That's fascinating. I'm looking at some numbers over here going like, what the f... All right. Let's bang out real quick. Head back there and that'll allow me to restock on some stuff like fuel blocks, anything I need else on the way back, minerals. I can just grab it in Amarr instead of going to the inferior markets. One thing about my playstyle is I do not use Jitta for almost anything anymore. Pretty much the only thing I use it for is neurovisual input matrices and skill injectors and whatnot. It's not a clever way to pull multiple... Yeah, you can actually. Yeah, the way to do it is to use a fit that has them in the cargo and to multi-fit it on. I've never actually set it up though. There's no easy way to do it though. You'd have to prepare it. I mean, it's a nightmare pretty much. But if you want to split items, you can just make a fit and then multi-fit a ship onto it. It'll automatically split them for you and then you can just collect them from the ships, but it's still stupid. Probably won't even do PvP today again. Just save it all for Friday. For skill injectors, I find them in the Amarr damn close to Jitta price pretty often, yeah. Everybody always points out that you can buy extractors anywhere, but I can only buy them in Jitta because sometimes I resell them, and they need to be in Jitta to have the demand to sell them on demand. But if you don't plan to sell them and only plan to use them, yeah, anywhere, it doesn't matter. But I don't like to travel with them, so I must source them in Jitta as well. Probably shouldn't travel with extractors if you can help it, or injectors. Yeah, I basically try to keep a stack. They don't always have a lot recently, but in the past I've had a bunch. And it makes it flexible. A stack of skill injectors is equal to money, or it's equal to new opportunities on your characters, so it's very valuable. Which is part of the incentive for why I kind of skim my characters all the time. You're welcome, Rage Kitty. Up in that coffee game. Ivan says I'm starting from the beginning. Nice. You play the stream from the beginning and you play it from the end at the same time. So the kind of the goal with the transport ships is every time you go to a hub, you kind of try to make use of both trips, right? This isn't just transport ships. It becomes even more important with freighters, for example. It's more of a hauling thing, but I find it's like really an important part of it for me is to not waste trips because it just gets extra tedious. You're not punished for wasting trips outside of time with transport ships like you are with freighters and their fuel, but time is important. Gonna grab some dinner, have fun? Hell yeah, Pig. Well, thanks for stopping by, mister. I might get a snack too here in a minute. Maybe I'll go to Amarr and have some of that mac and cheese that I was talking about with the prosciutto and the fucking toasted ciabatta on it. Fucking jack in there, mozzarella in there. I was trying to buy Gruyere for the thing, but I couldn't find it. I only found huge blocks of it. I didn't want all that Gruyere. So I put like cheddar, mozzarella, and some other shit. Some spicy jack in there. Fucking mix it into a bechamel. It's just like fucking, oh, so good. cannot wait. It's nice if you play with a couple buddies. Yeah. Certainly, no doubt. I guess I remember my days being in Corps and playing with friends and whatnot too. You're right. For me, even these days, I'll hear people on Discord say like, oh, hey, I'm going to have my buddy grab this for me. I'm just like, I'm glad I don't do that anymore. Most people think it's good, and I think it's good for them. It's just, for me, it's like being completely in control of every asset is like interesting because you can play super lightweight. Not having to like get involved in a social system of give and take is actually like really freeing. And it's not like you should never be social. I am, even in Eve. But for my corp, it's like there's no favors. There's no like, oh, hey, grab me that, grab me this later. And like, that's good. I'm not trying to say it's bad, but it's a totally isolated way to play. And I really love it. Nothing moves on its own. Nothing happens without me like doing it. And I guess you could say it's about control. Maybe. For me, it's about like not getting overwhelmed or like not feeling obligated. That's kind of like the main impetus. So it's funny, I stream, which is it feels different though. Like the streaming feels like almost a form of entertainment for myself versus like a game where I'm trying to build something. Chloro confirmed control freak, true. Solo corp life is a mood, yeah. And I'm so used to it now, I can't even imagine like working with people in this setup. It's just what's the point? I can do it all myself. But I'm like blopsing people with another corp, right, that I made, so I see the appeal still, of course. Loki here, hey buddy. You're in the wrong town. Alright, very good, very good. So we'll leave this guy here for now, and what I'll do is when I come back, I'll make a little bit of food here, a couple minutes. Put it on the interlude. Make a little bit of food, come back, and I'll try to sell some of these ships we just brought over here, and maybe if I'm feeling ballsy, we'll take a jitter run. Get rid of some of this fluff sitting around here, but either way, I hope you've been enjoying the stream so far. I got a little bit more content left in me, but I gotta have a snack, so...
You clumsy pilot. This is hilarious.
Alright, fuck it. I'll leave it on. Why not?
Destroyed and you died. Well, actually, your old self died. And
I was going to play the other
miraculously
music, but
escaped.
alright, we'll do this one.
Lucky for you that you have been reincarnated through an insurance clone. Open the medical services and I will show you more about this nifty little thing. Little thing, little thing, little thing. This nifty little thing, little thing, little thing, little thing, little thing, little thing. This nifty little thing, little thing, little. The asteroid has defeated. This nifty little thing, little thing, little thing, little thing, little thing. This nifty little thing, little thing, little. I will show you, show you, show you, show you. Docking request denied. Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted. Docking permission requested. Docking request denied. Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted. Docking permission requested. You clumsy pilot. Docking this is hilarious. Denied. Our escape pod was destroyed and you died. Well, actually, your old self died and I miraculously escaped. Lucky for you that you have been reincarnated through an insurance clone. Open the medical services and I will show you more about this nifty little thing. Little thing, little thing, little docking permission requested. Nifty little thing, little thing, request. Little thing, little thing, little docking permission requested. Nifty little thing, little docking request. The asteroid has defeated. Docking permission requested. Nifty little thing, little thing, request. Little thing, little thing, little docking permission requested. Nifty little thing, little thing, request. I will show you, show you, this nifty little thing, little thing, request. Little thing, little thing, little docking permission. This nifty little thing, little thing, request. The asteroid has defeated. This nifty little thing, little thing, little thing, little thing, little thing. This nifty little thing, little thing, little.
Just heating up some of that mac and cheese, folks. It's honestly more important than the stream. I'm sorry. I gotta be real. You're back. Hello. This is fucking unbelievable. This is more carbohydrates than you would need in a week, but my God. Is it good? All right, let's throw up some ships for the people, yeah? Couple of ships for the people. $279, I mean, listen. That seems a little pricey. I'm going to offer $278.9. That is a fucking steal right there. And see, this is the type of thing I do for the people of Amarr. I respect their culture and who they are, so I give them big discounts. 280, 278.9. Fat money, discounts all day for the good people of Amarr and their very strong ethics. There are confessors here. There's only one for sale for 200 million ISK. That seems a little excessive to me. Let's try to milk them, but not actually, you know, like destroy their souls. That would be mildly ridiculous. I'm going to try to turn them into a feeding frenzy for my confessors. They're probably not going to bite though. All right, so I also noticed that these Feeples were selling really high too. So let's put a couple of these up on here as well, see if anybody wants to grab them. Now, as for these other goofy ships sitting around, I mean, it's one Vargar. How much could it possibly cost? You know what I mean? Wow, look at these people updating these Vargars. Are you out of your mind? Nah, I'm not playing the rat race, dude. I'm not playing it. Instant cash for my dude, Mr. Reasonable Buy Order. Oof, imagine getting a Vargar on buy order. Some people are just good at this game. I ain't playing that game neither. Look at how fucking thirsty these endurance salesmen are, man. Just happy days for the people of Amarr, man. Just getting all their buy orders just filled by somebody who doesn't give a fuck about money. Baiting market junkies. Vargars is so cheap. Under $1 billion ISK for a buy order. I think the age of the Marauder has finally hit its peak there, yeah? Let's take a quick look at the remaining market. Not a jackdaw in sight on the market there. Fantastic. People of Amar are thirsty as hell. I mean, all of the subs getting purchased. All of them. I have like nothing on the market anymore. Look at this. Look at the price of this subsystem. The fuck we pay that? That's crazy, bro. Unbelievable amounts of fucking subsystems sold. How you guys doing? Am I boring now? My bad, my bad, my bad. You're just watching me go through the motions now. But you can see these markets are just ridiculous right now. And it's because of neurovisual input matrices. This has been a very stable market for a very long time until recently. This is just funny. Like, we have multiple producers here fighting over a subsystem that sells for less than it costs to make. That's Eve, baby. Let them fight. Let them fight. All right. Let's take a quick look skis here. What I think I'd really love to do is to start carting some of the reagents from Amamake out to Amar, but I don't want to do that on stream. Plus, I'm already getting bored of industry right now, so I'm gonna have to switch it up. I guess we could do a little NPSI. Let me see what's happening. Either I go out in a solo Vedmock or we do a gang NPSI. Either way, I'm going to feed. Let me see if anybody's in the Jack the Needle channel before I make some reckless choices here.
Skill training completed.
I think we'll do NBSI bounty hunting tomorrow. Right now, I think I'm just gonna like YOLO banks and see what happens for fun. I should YOLO Skyhook sometime again too. Dab time again. Fuck yeah, G. I'll breathe some life into the stream. Give it a few minutes here. I'm just eating. I think I'm gonna run a tiny little bank robbing sesh here. So I go out, I go and die. Somebody will join me after I die, right? PK says, my Thursday roam didn't happen because the usual. Oh no. Hey, but bank robbing is boring for hunters. I guess you could just catch people. My thorax would come and kill them. But is it boring for a blast or Brutix? That's a good question. Maybe I could bring something not thorax. Maybe I'll use a Gnosis? Did I ever make a Brutix fit? Oh yeah, I did. Snug as a bug in a rug. Alright. Okay. Wait, no, I shouldn't mimic the Brutix. I gotta pick something inconspicuous. Like a panther. I feel like I bring a Newt Vexer here and we kill everybody. Do I even have a Newt Vexer? Puta madre. I don't have a single Vexer that makes any goddamn sense at all. See how I threw some zeros in there, Gerald? But Patrick's gonna go rob a bank with me. That's pretty hype. I think I'll just run a Gnosis. It's gonna have me buy that anyway. Gerald's saying he'll hunt for free. He's just chilling. I just feel like sitting in a bank and letting somebody come and kill us, see if they can beat our dank strats. I think I should run some Evor or something, but I just want to bang, man. War Machine style. Just let me bang, bro. Definitely don't want noise. We want signal, please. Beautiful. Gnosis, quite a ship, actually. One of those ships that, we're never going to quite graduate from unless they finally stop handing them out. And the price goes up.
Warp drive active.
Anyway. Hope y'all are well. I'm going to go out for a run with my boy PK and see if we can maybe trick somebody into engaging us. Who knows? You never know what these people do, man. Thanks for hanging out with me today on stream, everybody. I'm a happy panda. Just out here living my best life. Playing some Eve. Eating some pasta. Capsuleers, welcome aboard Flight 420F with service from the Forge to Nullsec. We are currently third in line for takeoff and are expected to be in the air in approximately 5 minutes. We ask that you set your safety to yellow and ensure your ship is insured before takeoff. Please have your home system set to JITA, check your implants, and remember, toxicity is prohibited for the duration of the flight. Thank you for choosing Chlorokin Airlines. Enjoy your flight. I wonder if there's one person on the plane, do they still play that? Delicious and nutritious. Here we go. Brutix and Gnosis versus the world. Don't tell anybody, but we both have very short arms. I bet we kill a Marauder and then everybody wants to join and I stop streaming. That's my prediction. Oops, clicked the wrong thing. Okay. 7 jumps away, 150 mil. Well. I guess we'll just do it this way. This will probably be way more fun than whatever the fuck we were gonna do. You promised this was a solo room? I guess. Yeah, I guess I did. Sorry about that. I'm just gonna shoot the Brutix because anything else we do is not gonna be as fun as this. Wait, is he hull tanked? Oh, he's hull tanked. Oh shit, I'm not repping. Oh fuck, I'm dead, it's over. I didn't rep. I was staring at his beautiful health bar the whole time and not repping. So my only solution now is to pull range and hope I can rep and get back in range.
A module has run out of
Oh, I could MJD. All right, so we landed in like a desert and I just started immediately shooting Patrick and then he fragged me. All right, I'll try it again in 5 minutes, PK, if you want to do another one. Otherwise, just go rob a bank and I'll go solo rob one and we'll meet up when we die. We'll do it that way. I forgot to do the rep. I was like, dude, is he hull tanked? Turned out he was, and I wasn't. I needed the rep, not him. I fucking love Eve, dude. I'm in Jack chat right now complaining about being AWAXed. Alright, yeah, do the 7 jumper. And if you die, we'll meet up. If not, just keep chilling. I bet if I watched that VOD back, I'd be pretty impressed by the alacrity in which I decided to attack Patrick. Like, it didn't take much, folks. It did not take much for me to lock that man up and just start unloading. I even scrammed him. He had no choice. Anyway, like I said, way more entertaining than whatever the fuck was about to happen. Us jump 7 jumps and not get attacked and sit there and fall asleep. That was way better. I'm starting to learn how Eve works. Go fight Patrick. I'll get you next time. You know, to be fair, I actually killed Patrick one time. You want to know when I killed Patrick? His corporation did this really awesome Rifter event, and I kept showing up and only targeting him. I did it like 3 times. I only killed him once, though. But it was like 20 people against him, it seemed like, and I was able to get that last hit. Carefully calculated. So you could say I'm a bit of a Patrick killer, and I was asking for it, but I'm not too sure how much the Rifter voodoo carried over. Karma, even, not voodoo. Let me grab another ship real quick. I'll play probably the last commercial break of the stream here, and then I'll try to go out on my own. Only here on the Chlorocast. What's your favorite 90s movie? I don't know. I'd have to look at them. That's a good question. 90s. Did Shrek come out in the 90s? We'll just go with Shrek. Probably the best movie of all time. Shrek was like 2001, wasn't it? Damn, I gotta keep guessing. Alright, we're just gonna fit one of these up. I expected something super artsy, me. Shrek's not my favorite movie. I'm just kidding. I just can't think of movies from the 90s. I'm also not that big in the movies. You're talking about like the hipster vibes? Yeah, I got you. No, I gotta practice that. Just trying to think about how I want to do this. Capacitor booster. What else do I want in this? We want damage control. We want, I guess I'm just gonna do a quasi buffer. This is not gonna fit. It's gotta be 100mm, right? And then how much are these? Oh my god, they're so expensive. Do this, ancillary, and then energize multi-spectrum, and then I guess 1 DDA. This is a balanced fit or no? Oh, I'm still... There you go, nailed it. What's up, Rizio? I'm a hipster with 90s movies for sure, really. What's your favorite 90s movie? Hit me. I guess I need drones too, don't I? Shoot. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Shoot the boxer. Do I have drone? Heavy drones 5? Holy smokes! Got a couple of ogres in there. Why not? That's bananas. Aye. We need some charges too. We need some charges in this bitch. And some paste. I don't know how many charges I need. Let's just put 10 in there. There we go. Now let's buy this. This is the perfect bank robbing fit. What could go wrong? Oh, don't buy all. Big bada boom. Circus. Yeah, never even heard of these. Hipster confirmed. I relent. I immediately give up. Signal 5, yes sir. I'm gonna Drizzop fleet here as I Wizorp. Why am I talking like that? Don't worry about it. Here's my plan. I'm hoping somebody comes in like a thorax and I nude him out and give him the business. You know what I mean? I don't see what could go wrong. Am I just trying to kill some time and hang out? And yeah, maybe.
Warp drive active.
But that's only Bob can judge me. Capiche? Capiche. Aye, nerdlets. Patrick, I'm kicking you out. I hope this gets you killed on a Stargate. That's like the meanest thing you could ever say to somebody. Oh my god. Remember when everything was Shrek? Every chip's back? Yeah, the merchandising was crazy, bro. Check the New Eden News. What do we got? I like how you're part of the lore, bro. It's too good. Rizio out here living life. You got that lore hookup. Wait, where's the other ogre? Oh no. I think I'll just do it by hand. I'll launch the ogre, infiltrator, and then warrior. It's easier for me to understand that. Alright. I'm here to rob banks. Wow. Somebody's robbing the bank that I'm in currently. Fuck it, let's go, bro. What the fuck? Active. I literally landed in a bank where someone's robbing it. I'm just gonna go in, let's have fun. Let's do a little feed skis. He says turn your rep on this time, negative. It's gonna be a hard no from me. You're outrunning an Eris right now? Jeez Louise. There's a single E and I in there. Alright, let's go, bro. Me and you. Let's bang out. Fresh timer too.
Warp drive active.
This is gonna end very poorly. I didn't get the afterburner? Bummer.
A module has run out of charges.
How many webs does he have? We both have 2 webs. I don't think I'm getting out of this one, folks. I'm just gonna turn off my afterburner for more cap. See if there's some small chance we can nuke them out.
A module has run out of charges.
So he's double webbed. What tank did he have? I didn't even pay attention. Good try. Yeah, it was a good try. If he didn't have enough webs, maybe we could have pulled distance and given him a problem. Very similar fit, though. I don't think I've ever landed on another solo bank robber like that. That was insane. It's kind of nice, actually. All right, let's see if we can find a bank of my very own. You gonna polarize Caracal, or what are you doing, Rizio? Survived for a pretty long time against the old blaster E&I. Not bad. Oh, I didn't grab the Philly.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, I asked you what ship you're using. Caracal? The ship you always use? Alright, let me try one more time. Normal scram, rapid light. Oh, okay. Who was that person using polarize the other day? It wasn't you?
Accepted.
Yeah, it's pretty unfortunate for the SS. We can still maybe kill people. I mean, you do, obviously.
Warp drive active.
Historically on my channel, robbing banks is something we've done an extensive amount of, to the point where it's not even super fun for me anymore. I just feel like kind of going out there and fighting random people. If somebody dies to this, it's pretty bad for them. That's why it's kind of fun. Kind of inviting people to make a slight mistake. In the meantime, we'll just whelp some cheapo ships. And then tomorrow we'll go out with a bounty hunter fleet and camp some antiplexes properly. I think Ham ONI is much better for ESS. Literally love that ship. Much better than what, a Vexor? Better than what? I mean, Vexor is pretty fucking mid. Especially when I'm playing it. I don't think anybody has any illusions of this being good. But maybe. Alright. B-bomb. See you there.
Warp drive active.
So wait, where's Horde's new staging? Here? Yeah, this right here. Alright. Fascinating. Moving staging that much is so bad for the group, man. I hope they know that. Jerky dropping channel points. Living the good life.
Warp drive active.
Could potentially hunt with the Vedmok as well. You never know what you find. I mean, I literally solo killed a golem once. Tends to get a bunch of attention on stream though. Moving around too much pretty much killed the Corpurine, says Rizio. Yeah? Losing a bunch of supers is bad for the group, and I'm sure everybody agrees. Yeah, well, two things can be right at once. You know what I mean? You don't want to leave a mistake uncorrected, but, you know. Moving a staging for a horde is no joke. Like, you gotta understand, every time a block moves, they lose people. Like, they just quit. Every time. It's crazy.
Warp drive active.
Granted, they have constant recruitment as well, but I digress. Still got a little bit more coffee left. Maybe I'll just rob the bank in MJ Tech, even if there's no money in it.
Autopilot disabled.
ZK.
Waypoint reached.
It says 8 months of entertainment.
8 months of entertainment, thanks a lot.
Oh, thank you, dude. What the hell? You're too nice.
Connecting.
Thanks, ZK. You're gonna have the pregnant joke coming up very soon. Don't waste it. Don't waste it. There's no ASS in MJ Tag? Yeah, there is. Am I stupid? Let's see if this scepter tackles me. I don't have a point, so we're honor pointed all the way, baby. Maybe if I die, I'll come out in the Vedmok and censor the screen and just, like, run around, kill people on gates. It's very, humbling to have someone say thank you for the content. Some people, when I say goodbye for the stream, they say thank you as well. It's a humbling thing. I forget to think of it in that way. Archon Theo, what's up? Thank you for following the stream. I, of course, take all my followers and put them inside of a bottle for future experimentations. So I appreciate you signing your soul and joining the other bottle people. It's respectable. Am I being followed? Who knows? I just know that a Bohm calls me with its fat 200 milli bank. I really like the Vedmok. I should really keep grinding and practicing. Sometimes I get hella frustrated by the antics that nullsecers can pull off because they are good at it. Probably gonna have to crash the gate here when the scepter tackles me.
Warp drive active.
If the scepter tackles me. He hasn't revealed himself yet, which is bizarre. Maybe he's got a slow computer. Okay. I'll just go to the SS then. There's a hyena there. Ubinox, what's up? Welcome. Welcome back. I am about to feed a Vexer into 2 of my Uncle Ishtars. And so I highly encourage you to stick around and watch me face plants. And then I'll undock in a Vedmok with that point somebody gave me. And I'll feed that too. You want to see ships die? I'm your boy. Now, if you want to see them die on the enemy side, you're going to have to go to like Pando for that. In the meantime, enjoy the vibes. Even own a ship if you don't fly it. I'll own your ship. Got him. Rage Kitty's like, finally he's going to take my point. Maybe his Ishtar won't come and kill me. A girl can dream. What I want is like, I want like another Vexor to come make sweet love to my drones. And together we'll repopulate the world. Drones will come out on top once again. But what I'm gonna get is a drone killers. They're gonna kill the drones. They're gonna kill the drone's mom, which is me. No drone mom, no drone milk. No drone love. Feels drone, man. Alright, let me get some of this coffee. You know, it's not very good when it cools down and sits for a while. Even good beans can't change that, or beans in general can't change that. Uh, 4 minutes in, the coast is still clear. What will Horde do against this interloper? Will they respond with the Ishtars? Will they send a battleship? Will they attack me with a tactical destroyer? Will they ignore it? Will they send a bunch of remote rep dummies? We should do that tomorrow. I guess not tomorrow. We should have done that today. Remote wrap everything. We tried it with Vexors once, so we should go even bigger. Remote wrap Tristans are already on the way. They just can't get in. They're too small. They need the enlarge spell. Has anybody played Divinity of Sins? The context is like, is it truly the case that someone who's like wide-eyed and happy about BG3 would also easily play that? Like, is it harder or easier than BG3 in terms of non-D&D nerds? Juice says, what's your fit, bro? It's like a Newt Vexor. I'm just chilling, actually. I put very little emphasis and thought into this. Just looks kind of standardish. I think I'm going to take a Vedmok out next and roam around instead of robbing. Oh, we got 3 Ishtars. Here they come. Alright, let's fight them. Let's fight them. Rizio says, you can do it. I don't think I can, Rizio. I think you're just being mean. 1 Vexor versus 3 Ishtars. Should we do a channel point prediction or not? Maybe they have the world's worst local tank possible.
The command to a drone requires you to have an active target. A module has run out of charges.
Won't let me link as a pod. This is bullshit. Alright, good fight, good fight. That was good. I feel like there's a chance I could have had them. It just would have come down to, you know, how many disconnects could we possibly inflict on the opponent. Three Ishtars. That's a lot of Ishtars. I didn't have much of a chance against that one, I'm gonna be real. Oh, I didn't get the GF out in time. I'll give a GF to Jitta instead. Bummer. All right, we'll just run around nullsec now and hang out. If you stick enough asterisks before a statement, anything is possible. Well, say what you want. I got that Biggie Smalls mentality, dude. I'm not running. I'm just gonna untuck my gun and gap back. That's it. Live or die. That's the philosophy. A man with nothing to lose and everything to gain. And funny enough, porting that strategy over to Fleet and NPSI Fleet actually works out pretty well. That's not the right screen. What the fudge? How dare you? Doxing my Twitch. Alright. So I'm gonna roam around and we can actually fight people now in gates and stuff if I still feel up to it. Instead of YOLOing the gates. And this is more of a tour than it is an actual fight. I'm only gonna fight people if they're incredibly stupid. I'm just gonna be looking around a little bit. Hanging out in nullsec, enjoying the vibes. One time I killed a golem with the ship on my own. So you never, ever, ever know what you're gonna find out there. You own a ship when you insure it. Have you seen the lore news about drifted wormholes? Wormhole change is coming soon, I think. Yeah? No, I haven't. You want to link me to it? Or what is it on the news page? The Vedmak is actually like a really, really, really power crept ship in my opinion for its price. Obviously, I know I'm still learning about trig ships and what's not, but the principle is pretty ridiculous. Somebody on YouTube is talking about wormhole changes. What do we know about those? You seeing Ikatusha? Well, I always compare ships to price. What's up, Maniac? Stumbled upon a nomad tale and came to thank you. Hell yeah. I love inspiring folks. Something I never thought I'd be doing. I'm glad you have found it within yourself to go out there and give it a shot. And if you want, keep me updated on your journey. It's not a link. Yeah, maybe YouTube's hard on the links. Let me go to the Eve page, the Eve news page, see what we got here. Where? I don't see it. Donde este news page. Man, yeah, good to meet you though, for real. Oh, it was on the launcher. I guess I'm not seeing it on the launcher either. Is my chat effing with me or no? So they kind of got rid of the ability to kind of hop around on needlejacks as a big group because they added a long timer to it. But for like solo stuff, small stuff, it's actually still totally doable to just needlejack in people's faces. So warnings raised over drifter wormholes. I see. I see. I just don't know where that would be. Didn't see any havens or anything. Wonder what this Vexer's ratting in. Wasn't at any of the Oh, I see what I did. He's at a site that hasn't, it just cleared. Bad timing. Oh, we gotta get rid of this. Just want to make sure he's not like AFK somewhere in one of these. Uh-oh. He's just gonna log on his alts. Yeah, this should make it easier to find me.
Warp drive active.
I like to remind people trying to censor while streaming is largely a non-comprehensive thing. It's probably more intelligent to just understand it dissuades people and makes it a little harder. It doesn't actually stop people from finding out where you are. Even if you're extremely careful. There's a thing it's called locator agents. What's up, Riker? Rizio's just making fun of me though. He's allowed.
Warp drive active.
So hopefully I get a grinder and can grind some coffee. Probably not gonna get it for tomorrow though. I'm about to like, wait, if I break up the beans the day before, does that ruin it? It's not on the Eve website, it's on another site. Interesting. How you doing, Riker? This is not very good. Guess I just have it left over. There's all types of people like going AFK and disconnecting in nullsec all the time that I run into when I do this usually. Not so much on stream, but otherwise you can just take fights on people that try to tackle you with these types of ships and just kill them very quickly. It's one of the more safe ways to go about it. You're not even really worried about drag bubbles and stuff, you'll just kill the dictator. You can still read your mind from your oven's Bluetooth. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. I got that chip implanted so I can hear Bluetooth voice at all times. Dude, Bluetooth quality is pretty bad. We should not transmit voice over Bluetooth. Changed my mind. Delve, old home of the goons. Now filled up with a couple factions. Synergy of Steel, right? Initiative is out here. Not a bad place to kind of roam around and see what they're up to.
Warp drive active.
But I don't ever expect to get kills when I do this on stream. That's why I don't do this often. Just go to the Queer as Fight Club. I don't think I want to go there. It's scary. I dislike most of the wireless stuff. The only thing I ever really got on board with after a long time was mice, and that's because there's no drag with the cord. But you can get like a thing to hold your wire up if you want. But wireless transmission now is you know, as good as real time for mice. We're not talking about like milliseconds and shit. It's not like that anymore. But wireless in general does degrade the quality. Give it a second here. See how bad this guy is. My orbit is not set properly and I'm pretty pissed about it. Pretty sure I just killed myself for no reason. My orbit should be set at 30 km or more and it was set at 500 meters, so I think I just killed myself. I think I should just stop playing.
The capacitor is empty. The capacitor is empty. The capacitor is empty. The capacitor is empty. The capacitor is
I think we stopped playing after that one, right? So he's red box on the gate. I'm 16 km away. I go to orbit him at 30k and keep him pointed and kill him. And I orbit at 500 and kill myself. D says, why are you brawling like this? Listen. My orbit was set close range. I'm so sad. Nobody's trying to brawl in that. Forgot to set my orbit on my Vedmok. I mean, guy is 100% dead there if I orbit him. Rob says it happens, brother. Nah, I won't go again. No shot. What did we learn from that? Triple check your orbit before you go for a play, I guess. Ray says fly manually. Nah, I'm good. Just forgot to set my orbit. This is why I really hate playing solo. If you make any mistake, it's like, yeah, it's miserable. What's up, Lucas? This is, yeah, it is pretty much impossible for me to play solo because while streaming, I'll forget things and then a mistake will get made and then like 50 people will give me advice that I clearly know. I just am executively challenged while streaming. So it's just uber frustrating and pointless. Like if I'm off camera, am I forgetting to set my orbit there? Probably not. Or catching it earlier or something. But what I hate the most is like, yeah, I guess it's cool. I make mistakes all the time, but like to get the round of comments every time it happens is just crazy. I don't know how people can even stomach that. That's not even about thin skin. That's like, why would you want to have somebody point out that? That's why solo is like not for me like this on stream. I was basically just going to roam around and kite people and kill them. And I find a guy who just killed himself. Legit red box on a gate, go through, punch back 16 km, and I just go to orbit him and I die. And I have somebody asking why I'm brawling. I mean, harmlessly, but like, how am I supposed to enjoy that? Of course not. Of course not. Web says shit happens. Yeah, but whenever I solo, it's similar to this. Off stream, it's like there's really no mistakes that I make. On stream, it's like no matter what, I'll make one. Yeah, it's just silliness. Not sure why I even bothered. I guess I was trying to get rid of that point, which I didn't even take. And also, when I go out solo vedmucking on my own, I never ever die. Ever, ever, ever. It's impossible to die with a solo vedmuck. At this point.
Connecting.
Yeah, it's just purely frustrating. No right to get around that. Seems like it'd be fun and much easier hiding location wormhole. Well, yeah, location's not a problem, right? We have that figured out. It's just when I'm solo PvPing, I make a lot more mistakes on stream than I ever could hope to. And when you make a mistake, you get crushed, and then you get a bunch of comments about how bad you are. You know what I mean? And it's just like, God, I hate that loop. That's a terrible loop. Nobody wants that loop. So it's on me for making the more mistakes, but I just gotta stop doing it, I guess. Like, there's pretty much no way to lose a Vedmok in nullsec unless you go like stagings and whip up a swarm. Yeah, no, it's not even like comments that are a problem. Don't worry, Rage Kitty. It's just like, you gotta think about what I'm actually doing here. I've had good moments with solo before, but it's like, inevitably I make some mistake that I wouldn't normally make, in my opinion. That was just instant. A lot of fun things I do on stream, though. Solo PvP is not one of them. I think I'm going to stop doing that forever. The payoff is not worth it. The few kills I get are not worth the feelings I get from people treating you like a pro sports team just out of habit. The good news is I made it back to Jeddah and somebody got a nice kill for some reason. I think we'll probably save these for tomorrow. I'll probably do like a giveaway tomorrow while we do NPSIs. That will probably be it. That's the roommate saying when you FCA cutting group ask for years of practice and you still end up messing up. Yeah. Well, to be clear, it's just the comments that I can't stomach. That's the part where I just can't understand why I'm doing this if I'm making myself feel that way. Like, they're pretty innocuous, but I can't handle that. No way can I handle that. Like, says if it makes you feel better, I didn't see it. I lost the Vedmuk trying to orbit this ENI and orbited up close instead of far away. Actually driving style? No. I mean, yeah, but I don't want to get too much into it because I don't really think they're wrong for doing it. I'm saying I just don't want to read it. Yeah, I mean, I'm not even mad at people making the comments. That's not the point. Like, they're gonna do it like that. That's part of it. I'm just saying I can't handle that. That's all. I'm just admitting defeat to, like, the softness. So it's not really like a situation where you have to blame somebody for saying something. This has been a long struggle of mine on stream. I'm just surprised that, number one, like, I would somehow manage to make such a huge mistake so fast. And number two, just invite that right back in. So probably stick to what I like to do. I don't really want to stream wormhole hunting because I don't even really like wormhole hunting unless it comes to me. Believe it or not, I actually like wormholes a lot. I tend to, like, let them go if I can help it these days. Nullsec is just bizarre. It's like the Vedmok strategy is pretty much nothing can catch you, and if it can catch you, you can kill it. It's that style, right? So you're only taking fights you can win. Like, there's no reason to lose it. It just feels extra bad. Oh no, so this was just some very harmless responses to me feeding. So this isn't the standard case of, like, let's defend the streamer from bad comments. It's not like that. It's kind of the opposite. It's like, hey buddy, let's not get so upset over that. And if you are, stop doing it. Yeah, no doubt. Let's do it like this. Let's save some of these prizes for tomorrow. And we'll have, like, a potluck kind of thing tomorrow. Do some NPSIs and we'll give it another week next time. As far as solo PvP is concerned, it's like, I just don't think that my brain is going to let me do this and feel good about it. Even if I get better, it's not going to stop me from making mistakes, and it's still going to happen. So it's time to admit defeat, right? But that doesn't mean bad. That could actually be a good thing. Whenever we stop doing things that cause us trouble, that's honestly, like, a good thing. It's one of those things you'd probably want to figure out and get a handle over. Yeah. So yeah, if you've been around my stream for a while, you remember, like, I get upset over this type of thing a lot. But really, there's no other solution. Just enjoy what I like doing. I can do solo PvP, do it off stream, and tell you about it. Record it and watch it back. Doing it live and getting the feedback live fucking wrecks me. I think it makes me perform worse too, because I know it's coming. Please spare me, a pitiable chatter from the wrath of stream. No, this is a good moment. This is a moment where we're just being real with ourselves. We're not blaming others for making small comments. We're literally saying, look, I can do this in a way that works for me. I think I'll record my blops and my solo PvP off stream and just play it for you guys and comment over it. And it's okay. It's okay. I won't post it on YouTube, Gerald, but I'll talk about it with y'all. Yeah, appreciate you, Rob, and Life over there on YouTube, by the way. I'm reading everything, don't worry. No, I appreciate the good vibes. Alice, how you doing? I probably won't post stuff on YouTube, but I think it'd be a great way to kind of bridge the gap between what I'm good at, which is talking, and what I kind of like to do, which is, like, getting out there and trying to do stuff, but not so anxiously. Some streamers are also so concentrated on the action they forget they're even streaming. Multitasking is also hard. Yeah, for me, I'm an anxious fella. So like when I know eyes are watching, I'll forget things. It's why it's hard to perform music solo. I just don't know why I would keep putting myself in that spot. Yeah, no doubt. So how about we relink up tomorrow and I'll come with a bright smile because you guys did great today. Everybody's super nice to me. But I'll make sure that I don't just like meander into something that can't be good. You know what I mean? You ever been to a Discord and like, like bringing up World War history can't be good because what it'll do? Like I can't like do solo PvP on stream like that. It's just not good, you know? But I love you guys. You're all adorable. Let's call it there. I think I've managed to kind of help myself out of this situation and understand what happens. So that's not easy to do. Shout out to that E&I pilot for fucking me up. He was like, what the hell's happening? I was like orbiting him and like probably approaching him. Kind of funny in hindsight. Life Rob over on YouTube. Have a wonderful evening. Hopefully I didn't spoil anybody's vibes with the crash out there. Alice, take care now. Rizio, see ya. Good luck with your robbing. And amazing shout out in that post. Retulard, I will talk to you soon, mister. Sorry for sad posting, everybody. I apologize. Sabby Lego, 07 right at y'all. Do you? See ya. Adios. Lucas, Koname, love you guys. Everybody's super nice to me. Wow, love you all. J-Bomb, I will have a chill day for sure, for sure. I'll be super happy by tomorrow, trust. See you, Pagel. See you, Gravy. Remember, I'm not mad at anybody. Only myself. Mr. Sherlock, adios. See Tom, see you, buddy. Rage Kitties, adios. Appreciate you being empathetic. PK, maybe. I'll get you in there tomorrow. And thanks for roaming with me earlier and good fight. Getting called a puppet by an NPC made me surely giggle. You're our puppet, all right? You're the wormholer's friend. Z Grace says good vibes. Oh, thank you. Much love. Everybody over on YouTube, have a wonderful evening, guys. I'll see you tomorrow, and I will make sure not to step in any quicksand this time. No more getting stun locked and molding, yeah? See you guys. Bye.